Alright, let's get back to some Ixion. Happy World Pride Day, everybody. I hope you're having a great start to your weekend. I certainly am. And I'm keen to get back to trying to save humanity because, well, things are tough on the old Ixion, I think. The old Tycoon, I should say. We're making okay progress. We've pretty much finished this system. This is the Theta Curious system. We managed to avoid the horrible space weather that was coming in. So all we've really got to do here is finish up the few research projects and collect as many resources as we can before we jump out and get out of here, which I'm very much looking forward to. In terms of things on the Tycoon just now, food is still a little bit of a concern. We are engaging in our project to build the nuclear reactors to help with our current power situation. I'm considering building another mushroom wall in our major population sector here, just to kind of alleviate some of the food concerns that I have. They don't have a lot of food here. They really need to stockpile some more. Everywhere else is looking okay. We obviously need to be producing more polymers. That's a little bit slow, but that's coming along. And we have our new polymer production, well, 2 polymer production happening now. We doubled that last stream. Iron production is also a little, sorry, alloy production is also a little bit low at the moment, but that should pick up. And obviously we've got our food area here, which seems to be doing all right. Water consumption is a little bit high. We're actually starting to run low on water here by the looks of it. The average balance over 5 sectors is minus 2.2 per cycle. So we might need to consider either building another fusion station or making a priority to look into research for fusion stations that could make it a bit better. Where is the fusion station? Augmented Building Protocols Workshop upgrade is required. We might need to get that then. Where's the workshop? Stanford Initiative. So we might need to grab these 2 this stream in order to upgrade our water production. But let's unpause the game and get started. I think our big thing we're waiting on right now is we're currently constructing a colony here on Kruk P42. And there is a ship taking the supplies for that over there. So that's going to slow us down a little bit just now. We also, of course, have our second research ship. Now we've got 2 up after losing so many last stream. And that is on its way to pick up the rest of the research that's scattered around the system. I think that's everything that's going on at the moment. We might need to fly the Ixion a little bit closer to resources as the stream goes on. Maybe head down this way, sit over... I can't really go to any of these because these are all scary places with lots of dead bodies. We could fly to Kruk P43 though. Is there much in the way of resources around there? If there's any iron, I'd be quite keen to pick it up. There's silicon and carbon. Water. Silicon and carbon there. I might just uncover that so it's done. What are we currently researching as well? That's a concern. We're currently working on... Okay, with the missile threat analysis, that's fine. Perfect. Let's see what they've got going for them over here at Kruk P43. Summary of intelligence from Kruk P43. Our probe has discovered an unusual electromagnetic signal transmitting from beneath the surface of P43. This is the Lightbulb crew. We have landed on P43. The electromagnetic signal seems to be transmitting from below the planet's surface. We only have a limited amount of time to investigate before our suits and the Lightbulb's hull are compromised by the corrosive atmosphere. Song recommends the use of demo charges to accelerate excavation. So we can either explode or drill. Our team will deploy a drilling rig and bore through the cross. Once we reach origin sign, they will contact the Tycoon with their report. The Lightbulb will use explosives to clear as much sediment as possible that separates them. I'm going to drill, even though I'm concerned I'm going to lose the crew, because blowing it up means we could probably damage something we need to get our hands on, and that's never a good source of anything in this game. Let's keep an eye on construction. So there's a few things being constructed in Sector 6 that are quite pressing. We need to get this cell housing, which is currently high priority, done. Okay, missile threat analysis is complete. They're now researching the drone bay. I'm going to change that. We're going to research the Stanford Initiative, and then we're going to research augmented building protocols. So Stanford just gives us workshops now automatically repair buildings. Oh, it's New Year. Happy New Year. And the Stanford means buildings get built 25% faster, which isn't that exciting, but we need this for some upgrades further down the road. So we'll just get that on the way. Food is being moved around, which is good, and we are producing food at our mushroom wall. So at least we don't have to worry about everybody here starving. We have enough food to feed this segment right now. I have enough food to feed everybody here. We have enough food to feed everybody here. And we have enough food to feed everybody here. Good. Okay. We have enough food. That is one of my biggest concerns. And metal is being produced just slowly. Let's speed the game up a little bit while we wait. There's not a lot going on right now. And we'll just wait for this. We've currently got 184 people unhomed. I think the cell housing will hold 125. So we actually need to get another cell housing up and running already. That's really frustrating. We can't fit one here. I could put one here. I want to make sure there's room for another mushroom wall before I do that. The mushroom wall will go up to 2 past that. If I put the population here... Yes, it's going to fit. So we'll put another cell housing here. I will just connect it up with a road. Stanford Initiative has already been researched, so let's quickly research the augmented building protocols. What's the flavor text on that? Having a clear plan of action has always increased productivity. With the advent of PAs and digitalization, it's time to update what many consider a simple voiced instruction. Cool. Once that's up and running, we'll prioritize the construction of this once this has been completed, and then we'll get back to constructing our reactor. But we need to get everybody housed. That is a concern. We're almost full on cryopods as well here, which is a bit nuts. Yeah, I think the last couple of bits of metal are coming to the cell housing now. We'll just see about that. Yeah, I can see them being delivered along the road here. Once we've done that, I want to get trains built, I want to get drones built, I want to get the Gladiator Arena built. Those are kind of main concerns for this stream. Here comes some more hydrogen. I think it's the first time we built a docking bay on this side of the ship, which is just an interesting thing. Okay, let's set this to high priority. Let's have a look what's going on P43. This is the Lightbulb's crew. While drilling, we hit a pressurized gas pocket. The detonation tore open a huge rift under our feet. We lost Song despite their suit's exoskeleton, and the explosion damaged most of the drilling equipment. However, we have gained access to an extensive cave network. The atmosphere of P43 is already having an effect on it. We have lost so much crew in this system. So many science team members have died. I'm sorry, Song Chen. You were the one who advised against drilling, and you're the one that died when I told you to drill. Let's continue the expedition. So we just have to be careful about the time, because the corrosive elements of the atmosphere could potentially kill our whole crew. All right, what else is going on? We've got, you're coming back for repairs. We've got, is this thing called itself the, I thought it called itself the Rocinante for a second. Oh, activate missile countermeasures. No countermeasure available. Do we have to produce these? That's a new button that's appeared. I wonder if I have to build these. If I go to the exterior view, do I have an option to build these now? Engines and external systems. Drone jammer. Disrupts drone targeting systems by flooding BMS frequencies with false data. That definitely seems like something I need to get built ASAP. There's nothing else going on here. I am going to wait until this solar panel is completed before I build anything else. So we're just waiting for the polymer for that. Hey, Mishaps, how are you going? Yes, it's with this game, explosions are indeed inevitable. Either on the ship or somewhere in space. All right, so we've got some cell housing. This cell housing under construction. This one is currently being built. Let's speed the game up again. We're just choked up on... I'm about to call them undead, but they're not actually undead. We're just people who are frozen in time.
A probe has completed its scan.
Cool. Let's just have another quick look to see if we can spot any sign of iron anywhere near our ship, because I would really like to get some more. There's a little deposit here. Oh, that's actually quite a big deposit. Let's get that uncovered. As we just harvest this system. Okay, augmented building protocols are done, which means I can now go to the fusion reactor, and I can get high pressure cutters, which increases production speed. Yeah, I want to get ice preparation workers. That's the big one. But high precision cutters, craftsman who does not need tools, lacks standards and ambition. Let's get that researching, because that'll sort out our water issues in Sector 3. And then the other thing we need to work on is just getting our battery power built up in this sector, but we have that ready to go. We just need more iron for it. All right. Hey, Lightning Dragon, how are you doing? One thing I'm going to do... Man, we don't want to do that. I was going to maybe set the hydrogen ship to also collect corpuscles, but maybe we don't want to do that.
Ship team has completed a task.
All right. We've researched the anomaly. Oh, no. It's another one of these balls. It is a large cave full of strange geological forms. Concentric circles are present on the walls, reaching from floor to ceiling and formed of many layers of different sediments. Crystal formations have grown everywhere. What is most astonishing, however, is the anomaly itself, a huge grey sphere, about 4 meters in diameter, floating in the center of the cave. We are setting up analysis and instrumentation now. Isn't this exactly what we found in that asteroid and our crew got doppelganged? Oh, great. So we can examine the sphere, we can analyze the crystal formations, or we can study the concentric circles. The Lightbulbs team will collect and analyze various samples from the sphere. The Lightbulbs team will analyze various samples from the crystalline formations that have grown on the walls. The Lightbulbs team will analyze samples of the sediment arranged in concentric circles. Well, I had to run around the house doing a bunch of stuff, so a tad warm. I'm glad to be sitting. I know that feeling, especially right now. It is currently like a really cloudy, cold like day, and it's 26 degrees outside. So it's just like that sticky, humid awfulness that makes doing any work inside or outside the house really hard. I guess we're going to examine the egg, and we'll probably lose our whole science team. Let's do it.
A probe has completed its
Cool, that's a
scan.
lot of iron we've uncovered. That's exactly what we needed. We may actually end up moving the ship over to Croc P42. Because there's a lot of resources over here we haven't actually claimed yet, and we're starting to clear this area out. They're coming over here, so carbon is clearly something our mining ships are looking for. Everyone else has a nearby solution for what they're looking for, though. Okay. Let's speed. The game is still going at a decent speed. That's good. Hey, Gaming Toaster, how is it going? What's wrong, Gaming Toaster? We keep saying, oh no, I'm worried. Not the egg. We've already encountered one egg, and that egg did some stuff. So let's see if this egg does the same thing. Just want to keep an eye on this sector. Make sure Sector 3 gets enough food as well. Yeah, everyone's got enough food. Good. High pressure cutters has been unlocked. I'm going to maybe pick up the next fusion station tech as well, just to be safe. Actually, no, we'll get ice preparation workers. When it comes to sorting that which can supply us with water from that which cannot, the loss is often gigantic. Employees could specialize in this decision making, increasing our yields of water from ice, and also giving us someone to point the finger at in cases of poisoning. Let's get that done. That's a good one, because at the moment, our fusion station can't quite support the water demands of our 3 crop farms. But once we get this research done, it should be able to then do that, I'm hoping. Consume egg. It's not an adventure game. This isn't Monkey Island. Egg consume you. I think so. I think that's what's going to happen. Okay, once we get this cell housing up and running, we're pretty much going to need another one. Cell housing is taking... not really cutting the biscuit right now. Alright. The sphere repels anyone or anything that gets too close to it, as if it were a magnet repelling another. According to our readings, the sphere is composed of multiple layers. A thin gaseous layer covers the surface, a seemingly sedimentary layer beneath, and within that, a core that generates a strong electromagnetic field that periodically degasses the surface. We've also detected the presence of particles characteristic with self-similar space. Behavior reports suggest that Brenda is developing a strange fascination with the sphere. Sensors indicate that the team's suits and Lightbulb's hull will soon be compromised by the planet's atmosphere. Reparation should be initiated with urgency. Right, I'm gonna take the warning of our team, and I'm gonna leave the planet. I think there's nothing else to really gain here. We've got 50 science. I think I'm fine. As we were preparing to leave the cave, Brenda leaped onto the sphere. Unlike our previous attempts, they were not repelled. They were sucked in. Everything has been recorded in the report. We leave this barren and cursed rocks. That's 6 team members that have been eaten by spheres so far on our adventures. So the light bulb is apparently only missing 1 crew, when in fact, Brenda is still listed as crew, but they're going to have to come back to the Tycoon. Actually, damn, I want to leave them here to collect science first. Brenda's still listed as crew on the light bulb, even though they're missing. It's happened before, Gaming Toaster 2. I knew that sphere touching could lead to a bad situation. Is this on the way back? It better not be. Okay, so we're still going at a decent speed. So what we're waiting for at the moment mostly is for this to get built up. We're waiting on 90 food and 90 colonists to be delivered, and we'll get a ton of science from this as well. And that's the main thing that's holding us from leaving the system. Hey, Doctor, science team got eaten by a giant sphere again. We found another weird sphere inside a planet, and it ate somebody. I've got batteries on the construction. Straight from the Star Days. I don't want to get Space Marines involved in this. Hey Ryan, how's it going? We have not saved the Humies. In fact, we have lost Humies. So I've got 5.6 cycles of power in Sector 1, 5.5 cycles in Sector 2, 6.2 cycles in Sector 3, and we're working on more power in Sector 6, which is what this giant battery is all about. We still need to open 1,000 cryopods before we leave the system as well, which is taking its time, but we're running out of space for people, which is a big concern. Once this cell housing is completed, we're actually not going to have enough room. Okay, Lightbulb's recovered all the science. Let's get it back to the Tycoon just so it can get more crew. I'm wondering if I'm going to start building some optimized quarters, or maybe even research the Domatic quarters. I think that might be our next pick. Many tech gurus have capitalized on the knowledge that the ultra-rich can be lured with techno-dreams, promises of autonomous islands and other impenetrable bunkers. Unlike these, the dreams promised by Dolos become concrete. So let's get Domatic quarters researching. Why can't I? Oh, it's because I've got nothing researching right now. We'll also get... yeah, we'll get this on the way, I think. Reorganization care is required. Let's get reorganization of care researched next as well. That's from the medical bay. Infirmary have a capacity for 5 more beds. When there is a problem of overcrowding in healthcare, it is always attributed to difficult conditions or lack of resources. The real problem, however, is often an organizational one. Protect the low ones. That is a wise argument. I want to play more of that game, but I'm waiting for them to make the changes they promised about the leveling up and stuff before I actually play it more. Darktide, that's the game. Great music in Darktide. Such good music. Right, we're getting batteries under construction now. Our second cell housing's under construction. We'll research the new housing soon and start building that in this sector as well. This sector's a bit messy. I would like to clean up the layout of it a little bit, but it's fine for now. And then we'll get our nuclear power plant under construction. How is our... Okay, our solar panel is done, which means that we can now build the new drone jammer, which I think is going to be really important. So let's get the drone jammer under construction. I've got my engines upgraded, I've got my hulls upgraded, and I think my batteries are upgraded too. So Tycoon hull is fully upgraded, Tycoon engine is fully upgraded, and batteries... Where are batteries? I can never find anything on this upgrade window. Batteries do need some upgrades, but I'm going to get them on the way. So we're going to get lithium sulfur done, and deoxidized contacts done, and then hopefully actually work our way towards the battery tier 3 done as well. So I'm already on the way there, Toaster, but thank you for confirming that I'm doing the right thing.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
We've got serious problems happening in Sector 1. How bad is the situation here? Okay, they need to be repaired. And in the medical bay, where is our medical bay? Here it is. It's going to be a while before we clear space here. And we've got 2 people not able to fit in. That sucks. Sector 6 is 32 housing over. Did that all get researched already? Yep, reorganization of care got researched. So that means I can now research additional beds and knee-high quarter protocol. Well, actually, additional beds I want to research because that fits more people into our housing. And we also want to get some battery tech research. So let's get lithium sulfur batteries researched, which is 20% more battery capacity. What else was I going to do? So we're charging this up now. We'll see how much room that takes up. We're also going to start building domestic quarters in this sector. Oh, wow, they're great size. Let's, can we fit one in here? No. I want to make sure I'm fitting these in. Okay, they can actually fit really nicely here. Let's get 2 of these under construction in this sector. Oh, they require a circuit. That's annoying. Thank you very much, Ryan. I'm glad you liked it. I got a little bit of hate on the old YouTube comments for throwing in a belter reference. So I'm glad some people liked it because some people really didn't like it. How are things going out here? The light bulb is ready to do more research for us. Let's head over to Kruk P37. It's going to take a while to fly over there. I'll try to get through this the end of this chapter pretty quickly. We're just mostly waiting for this to happen, which is our colony. And we might not repatriate them. Although I'm trying to play this as a pretty good person. The question is, do we build more cell housing here, or do we build another mushroom farm? I think we're going to build another mushroom farm, if I'm being completely honest. There's a lot of construction happening in this sector, which is slowing things down a little bit. That's all good. Yeah, I do have... the good news is most of my cryopods are stored in this section, Toaster, and I have a really high population in this sector. There's 1,000 people living in this sector. I do not have the missiles. No, I haven't been given the option to build them yet. I can see that I now have anti-missile countermeasures available, but I don't seem to have a project to build them yet. There's nothing up here that lets me build them or do anything. I have completed research the Period Z. The only thing I've got going for me that's new is I can now build the drone jammer technology, which I'm currently constructing. Additional beds is researched, which is good. We could also get the knee-high quarter protocol, which I'm not that worried about. What does smart homes need? Group decrionization cryonic center. That could actually be quite useful. Where's a cryonic center? Controlled thermal shock. Production speed decreased by 30%. Production speed decreased by 66. Let's get these on the go. Let's get people defrosting faster. I don't know how to build them. That's the problem, Toaster. I don't have an option to build them anywhere that I can see. So yeah, that is a concern. I also haven't built any of the things on this side yet. I think I want to get another mushroom wall here, but I want to build this stuff. Okay, how much power do we have here? 4.6. We're going to need another level 2 battery in this sector. So let's get that under construction too. I don't think I can fit it in here. No, that's frustrating. Can't fit it in here either. I mean, I could move the road. It's a little bit unwieldy. Sector 6 desperately needs some food. People starved last... Okay, that's a concern. How much food do we need in this sector to feed everybody? 106 food. Do we need... Oh, yeah, we've got 2. So I need to stockpile 106 food here. Let's make sure... Oh, this is totally different. The game has been updated, which is nice. Sector 6 is set to stockpile 100 food. But let's knock that up to 120 if we can. Food is always a concern. We might need to get another mushroom wall built here sooner rather than later. I think that's probably an important step. Let's set this to high priority. I also need to watch my power, but I think power will be okay. No, I do not want a hint, but I appreciate you offering me one. It's going okay, Neil. We lost some more crew, more science teams, jumped into a weird sphere. So Twilight Mage, what I discovered was you can only queue up 2 research projects at a time. I made a mistake one stream of just like queuing up 50 things and then finding out that it just knocks off the last thing you research. So I'm only actually queuing up 1 thing at a time at the moment to make sure that I'm not falling behind. Where's the mushroom wall tech? I want to just have a quick look at that. Let's get the food production speed of this up while we have the research for it. So you can only actually queue up 1 thing at a time. We also need to consider getting fire stations built in all of our sectors as well. Oh, that's right. We need to build a battery here. I'll put the battery here for now. But let's get this mushroom wall built. That's important. It makes you hungry. Is it because everyone's eating algae and mushrooms? So everywhere else, we've got sufficient power, right? 6 cycles of power, 6 cycles of power, 6.7 cycles of power. This is at 5 cycles of power, but a lot of people are living here. I want to make sure that there's a... is that still the case with the update? That's a good question. Let's find out. Let's see. If I add on gateway repurposing, no, it's still the case because that's now like that. What was I researching? Mushroom wall, culture symbiosis. I can still only queue up twice. To be honest, I think mushrooms are probably one of the best things you could eat on this ship. It seems like a deliberate design decision to mess with the player. 100%. There are a lot of design decisions in this game that I am certain are here to mess with the player. Well, for certain. Let's just make sure we get enough food in this sector. That is my main concern right now. I'm guessing what's happened is Sector 6 is about to produce food. Yeah, it's taking a long time to clear out. And it's taking a long time to ship across. We really need to get trains and drones researched soon. Okay, Kruk P37 is available for research. Readings from P37 are unusual. The planet has a high level of radioactivity, and its diameter and position in the Kruk system seem to contradict theoretical models. Topological analysis of its surface revealed the presence of a huge crater. Transmission from the Lightbulb team. We have landed on P37. In the crater, we have named Desolation. The ground here seems to be made of a glass-like substance, possibly obsidian, and the crater's rim is razor-sharp. Telluric formations. Now, telluric formations are something that I've noticed are recurring a lot when we're doing research on planets. Within the crater, resemble waves frozen in time. We think we can pull some interesting data from sediment analysis, or we can try to discover what impacted here. So, my theory is that the Akashtites, I think that's their name, have their own way of traveling through self-similar space, and it's something to do with the spheres that we're finding, and they are jumping between bodies like planets, and that's why we're finding their facilities underground on these planets. So we can perform intrusive analysis, we can set up a temporary study center, we can establish infrastructure, we can analyze impact area. Honestly, we're going to be here for a little while longer. I'm going to get the big infrastructure. It's only 50 minerals. The only problem is we don't have a lot of resources available to us right now. Because the Diogenes is actually already working on something. So I think we're going to get... We might get the Eldramir onto this from Sector 2. Ashtangites. Thank you, Mishaps. I couldn't remember their name 100%, but I think the Ashtangites have developed their own way of moving through self-similar space, and they're jumping between planets, and that's why we keep finding these weird telluric formations on planets and stuff underground. That's my current running theory. How are we doing with the colony? The colony needs more food. That's the other reason we're low on food, actually. The colony is taking some of it. Let me just keep an eye on our food situation on the station. Sector 6 is a concern for me. We haven't had any food delivered to Sector 6 yet. If they don't get food again, they're going to start starving, and the starving mechanics have changed. After missing a meal, crew members will begin to starve. Starvation process will be resolved as soon as crew members are fed. We just need to make sure food arrives. One food has arrived. One single food. We are producing... yeah, we are producing circuit boards. Good. Oh, and we've got the... Looks like the drone defenses have been constructed. Yeah, so we've got our drone jammer has been built, which is great. That's good. And the mushroom wall is under construction, but we just need a circuit board for it. Food is starting to filter into this sector. Your theory doesn't really explain why people get mind control by the egg. You're right, it doesn't explain it. Maybe it's just another way out. I don't know. It's a pretty grim place to be living, to be completely honest. Okay, Sector 6 is now getting food delivered. Nobody's starving anymore. But we don't have enough food. So we need to keep brewing food here before the next meal cycle, which will be pretty soon. That's my main issue. That's why I'm not fast forwarding the game right now. I'm hoping we can... This mushroom wall is not going to be built in time, though. We probably need to transition to algae food pretty soon. The missile should be the place you make spaceships. Construction crew, no task. The game hasn't told me that. The problem is I don't have... Or maybe in a probe bay? Aha! Missile countermeasure. Counters the effect of use of pyranazzi. The game did not tell me about this. Toaster, thank you very much. Construction probes to explore. Well, we don't need any probes right now, so let's launch this probe. How many of these do we think we're going to need? Let's launch a probe out somewhere near the ship. See if there's anything interesting to pick up. There's some silicon. And now we're going to build a missile countermeasure. But how many missile countermeasures do we need is the question. Because the game did not inform me that that was something I could now build at all. I can only build one because I only have one probe launcher, which means I'm going to have to build more probe launchers. Which means that I need real estate on the exterior of the ship to build these. Now, we have a slot here. We don't have any slots in Sector 3. Because I can only build one at a time, I'm pretty sure. Control thermal shock has been unlocked. Cool. Let's start working on the drone bay. No, I didn't mean to do that. Damn it. Hang on, hang on. I was researching something else, wasn't I? Mushroom walls. I was researching controlled symbiosis. Drone bay needs to be put into the queue. So, because when this finishes building, I'm guessing it's not going to add another one.
Probe has completed its scan.
Yeah, it's going to sit there. So do I want to launch this? I can only build one at a time. And if I launch it, I guess it's going to get left behind. Counters the effective use of Piranesi missiles. I could build another drone, another bay here. So I could build another probe. Oh, I can't fit a probe launcher in. Oh, I can. Yeah, I can build another probe launcher here, which will get me 2. We may as well do that. Oh, food is really concerning me. 825 people haven't been fed in Sector 6. What is going on with our food? Why is it taking so long to filter through? There's no food here either. There's 100 food sitting here. There's 99 food sitting here. The problem is it's just not moving fast enough. Yeah, they're feeding people here first. You wouldn't get another probe launcher. So do they just hover around the ship? I'm guessing I want to keep them in the ship until we transition to a new location though, right? Because they're not going to do anything in this system. I'm really concerned about food. I don't know what to do. It's because food is being taken to feed the colony. That's the issue. We just need more food to be delivered to Sector 6. And we need this mushroom wall to be completed. Not super happy. Who's... Yeah, no, I've slowed the game down. I've slowed the game down. Unless they did that in the patch notes. Is there any research I can pick up from stockpiles? 20% more. Stockpiles can send 2 more. Okay, that's actually what we're researching next. 2 more transports will help a lot. Let's cancel this and research this. Okay, we've got extra hours happening in Sector 1. Why is that happening? Because we've got people in the med bay. Okay, let's move. We're going to move some workers from Sector 6 to Sector 1 because we've got so many spare. Let's move 10 from Sector 6 to Sector 1. Alright, good to know, Toaster. Thanks for not spoiling it, though. I appreciate that. I'm a bit concerned the game didn't tell me I could build missile defenses. Food is very concerning. Very, very concerning. People are eating the food as it's coming in, which is a change. Before, they would just starve until the next meal cycle. But it means we're not stockpiling any food here. Which is a major concern. At least this stuff's getting repaired automatically now. We're out of silicon here. We're running low on iron here. Food is just not moving fast enough. Print more food. I wish I could print more food. Alright, let's see. I'm just keeping an eye on the food here for now. We have tons of waste to work with. Once this is built... So optimal, extra hours. Okay, we need some more people in this sector as well. We need 10 we maybe need 12 people to move over. So let's move, say, 20 workers from Sector 6 to Sector 2. Yeah. Sector 6 to Sector 2. Oh, I just moved any crew over. Well, hopefully that's enough workers. Main theme of the game is suffer. That is already a theme of the game, isn't it? Every time I think we've stabilized, another disaster occurs. We're just waiting for... Hang on. I know what we could do. Sector 1 is set to have one. We'll just set Sector 1 not to have any, and then I'll move over to Sector 6. I would say add sawdust. In fact, let's just set all the sectors to have none, because everything we want to build right now... Whoops, no. Sector 6 needs one. Sector 3 doesn't need any. We'll move them all over to Sector 6. Yeah, there's not much in the way of wood, is there? By the way, we got an achievement for freeing the charred monster, but the charred monster hasn't shown up again, which I'm a bit concerned about. I'm worried that I missed an event on the tech lab about it. We're also out of research right now. Oh, come on, move the food. Need to move the food much faster. There's so many people starving in Sector 6, the food is just not getting through. Okay, this is finally under construction, which is good. Because that means that we'll have more food being produced here. Yeah, it's pretty much like that, isn't it? You're doing too well. Time for something terrible to happen. Like when we lost all of our ships moving across the solar system. Once the food situation should fix itself once the colony is up and running. That's kind of the main problem at the moment. There's more food arriving, which is good. More like add space dust. That could help. Maybe we should eat the dog. We do have the dog. -3 from having more than 5% of the population starving. Thank goodness for propaganda. And the Legislative Strengthening Center. It's helping a lot here. Having this motion wall online will help a lot. I'm thinking we might have to open up Sector 5 and turn it into another food production zone pretty soon. Which I was really kind of hoping to avoid doing. I wanted to stick with these 4 zones.
Population transfer complete.
Okay, optimal. Good. Everything's optimal. That's good. We're just waiting on food here. What's happening with our science team? I haven't heard from them in a while. Oh, that's right. They're waiting on metal arriving. How are we doing over here? Okay, they almost have enough food and they can start moving in the colonists. Let's speed the game up a little bit again. As long as nobody starves in Sector 6. That's a good point, Miss Sapson. We're never actually going to eat the dog. The dog's more important than humanity as far as I'm concerned. We need to get that dog all the way to a new planet. And then clone it 1,000,000 times and re-establish dogs to the world. Let's actually... we'll just let them build what they want to build. I'm not too worried at the moment. Excuse me. We're definitely going to have to open Sector 5 up, I think. We're just not going to have enough room in this sector for everybody. And the pressures on our food are really high. They're waiting for the sphere to come back and eat them again. They're on a different planet now. We left that planet behind. It was too corrosive. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to temporarily disable people waking up until we get this food situation under control. I think that's important.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
We really can't afford accidents here either. We do need a ship cat. 100% we need a ship cat. Okay, the mushroom walls are producing food now, which is great. Not enough to support the whole sector, but it will help. I can also grab permanent moisture, which I think I will get next as well, increasing the amount of food they're producing. Short circuit toilets. So, okay, controlled symbiosis. In the first Taurus structure prototypes constructed in space, the size of these structures, as well as the presence of individuals in H2O, allowed for the emergence of a form of life that feeds on condensation. Even if it is considered a nuisance at the moment, I have no doubt that one day play a role in producing food. Oh, a new request. Administer, a crew member at Charika Kaida has died from a lack of nutrition. Don't say that. Starvation is a symptom of supply chain malfunction. If these conditions continue, further deaths will follow and productivity will be impacted. Pledge to have 216 foods stored in Sector 6 within 15 cycles. That's a lot of food. I don't think I can store that much food. I really don't want to click ignore the distraction. Dolus is focused on the individual. There's an active tech lab. We just don't have any science coming in, Neil. Oh, there could be damage at it, actually. It could have been damaged. We'll check in a second. Ignore the distraction. Dolus focus on the individual. Look, I promise them that I will get them fed. I just can't promise them 216 units of food. That's too much food. I don't have that much food. I've had to say no. So tech lab isn't working because it's purging waste. I was reading the mushroom wall stuff. Permanent moisture. When attending the International Livestock and Agricultural Show, I had fun imagining what it would be like to have similar competitions for the insects we work on. I don't think the world is ready for that yet. Short-circuit toilets. Human excrement contains certain enzymes that are conductive to the development of other life forms. We will inevitably have to take an interest in this resource given present as long as there are human beings. Amazing. It's so grim. Sector 3 has had a stockpile incident. We're just waiting for the last of this food to get off the station. I'm hoping the ship's on the way with the food now. Okay, no, I think they've stopped moving the food. Yeah, all the food has been moved. Good. Okay, they're moving colonists now. The good news for us is that that means that the food will no longer get diverted away from Sector 6, and we should start feeding people again. I hope. That is food being delivered. Did you read the small stockpile text? I think I did, but we can check it again. So, thermo-industrial civilization managed to store 200 shipping carts in a space of 10 meters squared. It seems aberrant not to draw inspiration from this in storage of our transporters. Structural space is not incompressible. By optimizing various cables and conduits, the storage spaces on Taurus-class structures can be greatly increased. One of the strengths of the Tycoon is that its space is transformable, optimizable. It's not just a habitat, it's an evolving environment that possesses the intelligence of those who compose it. The Darkson explosion in 2028 was caused by the storage of different materials that, when combined, proved to be dangerous. That's why each stockpile is assigned its own resource. Vanier was also at the Draxon site when the accident occurred. At the time of detonation, he was holding the hand of a promising assistant named Lyra Fraus. Oh, Fraus. In the moment they experienced something together, they named later in the private articles an echo of the future. The concern with folding tools relates to their structural weaknesses and program obsolescence, but when people whose survival depends on the success of these tools are put to work on their design, I guarantee you that the results will exceed your expectations. Carrion beetles may be coming soon. Okay, we're not going to be able to feed everybody, unfortunately, this cycle in Sector 6, but at least there's food coming through. I promise the people of Sector 6 that food will increase as time goes by, but right now there's nowhere near enough food to feed them.
A science ship team
Okay.
has completed a task.
Let's find out what's going on in Lightbulb. P-37 was until very recently a gas giant. A nuclear reaction of immense magnitude dissipated the planet's gas and vitrified the liquid core. This event caused P-37 to deviate from natural orbit. There is no evidence that this was triggered by a collision with an asteroid or another celestial body. Our theory suggested it was caused by external intervention. That's it. We'll just pick up the science and leave the planet. That's crazy. Alright. There's a lot of science to pick up there at least. We'll get some stuff researched, including the additional transporters, which will make such a difference in the food situation. People are getting fed, if slowly. One more meal cycle, we should be on top of the food situation. I hope. We should also have our battery constructed, and we should also have our new housing constructed as well. And then we can start unthawing people again. So the big question I've got at the moment is missile defense countermeasures. I don't know anything about them. If I launch these, do they loiter or do they disappear? In fact, I can't launch them. Okay. So I can't build multiples of them unless I build another probe launcher. Collapsible frames has been researched. Excellent. That should really help. That's way more drones to transport stuff. Let's get Drone Bay under construction, under research again after the Mushroom Wall upgrade. The other thing we need right now is silicon. We're actually really short on silicon. Oh, we're actually producing circuit electronics. Good. We did a lot of electronics to finish what we're building here. All science has been picked up on Kruk P37. There's no science left in the system, right? No. Let's get the science vessel light bulb back to the Tycoon then. There's nothing else for them to do. I can't build probes right now because I've built an active missile countermeasure, unfortunately. How many Palash can the Tycoon mount? Right now, 1. 1 Palash, which will not be enough. But I don't think it's worth building more probe launchers. Like I said, I could put a probe launcher here and have 2 probe launchers. Is that worth it? I don't know. I really don't know if that's what I should be doing. At least we've got the drone defenses. We've kind of turned the Tycoon into a little bit of a defensive battleship right now. We've got the drone defenses, we've got anti-missile countermeasures, we've got armor. That's what the hull is. Okay, there are only 70 people starving right now. Permanent moisture is done. Excellent. So now we're on the drone bay. If I scrap it, I can build probes again, yes. But we have plenty of stuff to pick up in the system. There's still loads of silicon here. It's really, we've got iron here. Like, I'm not in any concern for anything we need right now. The only thing that is this, they're traveling over here for carbon, which really isn't the end of the world. Because all we're waiting on is, at the moment, the colonization test and opening 2,000 cryopods, which as soon as the food situation is sorted in Sector 2, I'll get on top of. I'm hoping that the next meal cycle will resolve the issue. If not, we need to do some serious checking of how we're producing food and maybe open Sector 5. The water situation has been resolved in Sector 3 because of the water technology we researched, which is great. This Tycoon's hull is the sketchiest thing ever referred to as armor. Well, it is armor, as far as I'm concerned. Missile or probe, yeah. I think I need another probe launcher too. No, it doesn't let me hold one of both. It's one or the other. Oh, maybe it is one of both, actually. Yeah, I have a probe to launch. No available probes. It's one or the other. It just says 1-1. I think it's 1-1 for the slot. The slot is full rather than one of each. So a probe launcher will cost me 90 hull. I could put it here. I was going to put another docking bay here. I was going to put another EVA bay here for when we open the next sector to increase the space specialization of that sector. Well, here's our first level 3 hull, level 3 housing built. So at least I've got some nice housing to live in. Doesn't really look that much better, but it'll do, I'm guessing. Oh, our nuclear power plant is under construction. That'll be interesting. This can actually be turned on. Can I scrap the probe? Yeah, I can scrap the probe. So I could build I could scrap the missile countermeasure and build a probe. I don't think I need to right now. I think I'm okay. We're not going to be in the system for that much longer. The question is, do I get Sector 5 open and start building food here? And I think we need to get algae farms researched and built and start doing that over drone bays. Drones can be used to quickly transfer up to 10 units of resource at a time between sectors. Let's focus on drones. If the drones don't fix the food problem, we'll switch to algae. But we're not feeding them quickly enough. Like, we're probably going to feed everybody here, but we're not going to have a stockpile of food for the next meal cycle. And there we go. Our nuclear power plant is up and running. We now have tons of power. Tons of power. My other thing I was thinking of was getting this waste treatment center online and start producing circuit boards from the waste. But food is a concern.
Administrator, a new request awaits your.
We've got a strike. Sector stability is low enough for a prolonged period of time. Your workers will go on strike. Crew
has started on board.
will stop working. Buildings will close for the duration of the strike. So they're striking in Sector 1. Why are they striking in Sector 1? Oh, because they're extra hours. Well, that I can fix. We just need to move more workers over to Sector 1. So Sector Worker needs another 20 workers. Let's just move 30 workers over from Sector 6 to Sector 1. And that should deal with the strike. I didn't realize they were at extra hours. Optimal. Yeah, we have to scavenge for research points. The tech labs do generate research points, but they generate them very, very slowly. So a big part of the game is searching for research to salvage and taking risks to get more or less salvage. But we've now plumbed this whole set. Apart from our colony. So the colony that we're building here will produce research for us over time. But apart from that, we have no more sources of research to come in. Research points, I should say. Which is what makes it quite difficult. The population transfer I'm doing should stop the strike that's happening here. I love that they're... Oh, what's going on here? Administrator Junior continued indifference to the problems of Tycoon's crew riots have broken out in the station. That's fine. We'll deal with that. As soon as that population transfer completes, we'll be good. I can't click on this. Wait for 4 cycles or maintain positive sector balance for at least 1 cycle. So we just need to get this extra hours condition to go away, which will be sorted by the migration that I've instituted between these 2 sectors. It just hasn't happened yet. Sector 6 is still struggling for food. How far away? We're 50% of the way through drone bays. Hopefully that will solve the problem.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay. The temporary test colony has now been established. The colonists will periodically transmit reports on their progress. These will provide us with valuable field data. So we can now leave the planet. We're going to leave this ship in orbit because what will happen is this place... There you go.
Complete.
This will, over time, generate research points for us, and the ship in orbit will collect them for us. So now we're at optimal conditions. We're at optimal conditions here. Everybody's happy. The striking will stop. I was expecting there to be strikes in this sector, not that sector. So food is still a major concern. Major concern. What else can we... The thing is, I think that just letting drone bay research complete is the right thing to do. We produce... how much do we produce? We produce 5 research points every 5 cycles. So to research 40, it's 5, 10, 15, 20. We're going to need 8 cycles to get enough research points to actually complete this technology. Ugh. And we're still struggling with starving people in this sector, so we've stopped defrosting people, and we still need to defrost 800 people. Or more. It's transporting the food right now, Twilight. So food generation is being done in this sector here. We have 3 farms. They produce, we can actually check this here. So we consume across the station 239 food, and we produce 50 per cycle. So our food production covers 105% of our requirements. We're actually, sorry, 40 cycles, you're right. We're actually just on the edge of the right amount of food production. So we actually do need more food on the go. So we do need to open up this next sector. This next sector needs to become a food sector. Access to sectors by Dolos EAC test protocols to force electronics and polymer must be sent to manually override the gateway's lock algorithms. Additionally, basic functioning of the sector necessitates the transfer of food, alloy, and workers. Let's get Sector 5 opened, and we'll start building infrastructure here. I didn't want to do this, but we're going to have to do it. We need more food production. We need to get algae farms researched as soon as we've got drone base researched, and we need to start algae farm production. What we could do is we could research the water treatment center, and the water treatment center turns 50 waste into all the water that a sector needs, so we don't need to import ice into the sector. And we're going to try and set this sector up without a docking bay. That's my plan. We have the power at least to do this. Trust is okay. Hull integrity will take a hit after this, so we're also going to have to look at building another docking bay here. We're going to need to build another EVA airlock here. So let's clear the space for that. No, not a docking bay. We need an EVA airlock. Oh no, I thought we had enough room. Damn, this battery's in the way. We're going to have to move the battery. Let's get that done now. What we're going to do is we're going to put down a large battery here. And then we can demolish that battery when it's finished. Yeah, we're going to, by a food sector, we're going to produce food in the sector. That's a specialization. If you put enough buildings of the same type in a sector, it'll specialize in that type of production. What I'm doing, though, is I'm taxing our resources pretty heavily here, but we need to make a change because we're not producing enough food. At the same time, I don't want to stop researching technology because we need to get the drone bays done. We are collecting science from here, which is speeding up the research of the drone bay. We still haven't managed to feed everybody in Sector 6. And we need to get people in Sector 6 fed because this is where we are de-thawing people. And we're not de-thawing people right now because we can't feed them. It's just like an avalanche of problems, really. I also need to set Sector 1 to hold 1 electronics. So that it gets delivered here. When Sector 3 produces one, which is doing at the moment. At least we have silicon stockpiled. God, there's so many things to keep track of. Setting that colony up actually really hit our food stockpiles very badly. We were sitting so pretty on food for such a long time. Also need to think about building fire stations. Sector 2 and 3 also currently don't have enough food. Because we just can't produce enough food to feed everybody. So yeah, this needs to change. This needs to change quite urgently, actually. These 2 buildings are currently under construction, which are stealing some of the stuff that needs to go here. But we need 6 electronics anyway, which will take a while to produce. Once this battery's under construction, I'll start building the new EVA cycle. Let's just get the speed up a little bit. Drone bays will help with moving the food around at least. I think we need a drone bay in each sector for it to work. I'm not sure. We'll start with a drone bay in Sector 3, where the food is produced, and we'll go from there. We can probably fit it in here. You can see the food being moved. Like, we've got 50 food just sitting here. At least everyone has enough food apart from Sector 6. I wonder if I build... No, there's no point in doing that. Oh, there's so much to do. 79% on drone base. It's coming. The question is, do I repatriate the colonists or do I leave them there? It's a big question. So you can see these are producing over 100 food when they complete a cycle, which is nice. Water consumption's fine. How is our battery construction going? We need 1 more circuit delivered. And over here we just need some more alloy to be delivered. Yeah, drones will help a lot. How are we doing in terms of research here? Quark P42 isn't producing any at the moment. I think I'm going to have to go to high speed for a while. Which will make things even harder. Okay, we actually almost fed everybody in Sector 6 that time. Almost. But we didn't.
No more resources available to mine.
Okay, so we've got nothing left to mine in the system. If we're going to be here for a bit longer, we may need to do something about that. But there aren't a lot of resources left to detect. I might actually scrap this and construct a probe. And just make sure we've got a source of iron in the system. We do have iron to collect. We don't have any iron to drill. And we don't want to run out of alloy. We also don't have any sources of silicon. No, there's no source of silicon here. We don't have any sources of hydrogen. So we do need to start probing again. Neil was right. God, how could this game be so stressful? Okay, Sector 1's battery has been built. So I can now dismantle this battery. Oops.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
The other thing we should be doing actually is building train stations. But we don't have any buildings that take advantage of them yet. Drone bay has been unlocked. Okay, we can now build drone bays. Construction stores drones. Drones could be used to quickly transfer up to 10 use of resources at a time between sectors. So I want to build a drone... Oh, look at the size of it. Okay, we're going to have to build a maintenance bay here. Oh, there's not enough room for it there. This is really bad. I don't know where we're going to fit this in. This is the only space I have to put it in. But I can't fit the maintenance bay that I need anywhere. Unless I mess around with these batteries, which I don't really want to do. Or move the food hall. Hang on, do we need 2 food mess halls here? No, we don't need 2 mess halls anymore. That's what we can get rid of. So we can get rid of this mess hall. We don't need 2 mess halls in the sector because I've increased the amount of room that a mess hall can hold. And I'm pretty sure we only need 1. Oh, did I just count? No. Let's cancel destruction of that. I didn't mean to do that. Suffer. Thanks. I actually just constructed this, so there's currently no way to feed anybody in Sector 3, so that's a great start. But it's being reconstructed. Okay. Now I can build a... Let's go. Why is it... Oh, it won't let me build anything else until this is constructed. That's hilarious. Okay, now I can build a maintenance facility here, which will hold my circuits, which means I can dismantle this one, and I can build the drum bay here. The question is, do I need a drum bay at the other end of the equation, or is it just a one-way system? I'm only allowed 1 per sector by the looks of it. Let's put it facing out here. Oh no, I can't fit it in. I can't fit it. Because this is here. It doesn't fit. Unless I destroy that road. And put it here. But then there's no way through, is there? If I turn the camera... This is the main tributary road. I can't get rid of this road. Hang on, let's pause the game. So... Is there a way this works? No. If I place this here, it's going to block the road. My only other option is to put it here. No, it doesn't even fit here. It doesn't even fit there because this is in the way. I need to move this here, and then I can put it in the corner here, I think, and move the houses. I can put it there. So I need to build a large food store here. And set that to food. No need for the big stockpile. There is a need for the big stockpile, though, because I can produce up to 300 food at a time, though, Neo. Oh, but I could put a stockpile here. Yeah, okay. I think I get what you mean. Hang on, hang on. If I delete this, right? If I put a normal food stockpile here, like this, set that to food, let that construct, then demolish this, I can then put the drone bay here. And I could even put another small food stockpile here if I need to. That's what we're going to do. That's how we're going to make this work. So as soon as this is constructed, we'll dismantle this. Sector 1 is having problems with health. Oh, we also need to import 4 circuits to Sector 3. Which will take a while to build. I'm messing around with food at the moment, which isn't a great idea. I hate the way the music stops when you're doing something like this because you're like, ugh. Okay, now I can demolish this. Which at least won't take very long. And it'll get me a circuit back, which is good because I'm going to need 1. I'm going to need 4 of them. And then I can build the drone bay. And fingers crossed the drone bay does what I want it to do. We could probably build a drone bay in Sector 3 as well, no, Sector 2 as well, to move alloys and stuff around. That's our next objective once this one is built. Unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit of time for the circuits to get here. Well, there's 2 of them here already, which is good. Alright, so now I can build this here. And we'll see how that goes. And then we need to find space to build one here. We might be able to fit it in here. No. So we have to do some more moving stuff around. But I could maybe move this, put this here. So let's... We actually don't need this. So we can just delete this now. And I can just delete this now as well. Let's check if we can fit a polymer refinery in there. Yeah, we can fit the polymer refinery here. So that's perfect. We'll put that there. We'll then dismantle this. And that means we can put our drone bay here. And that means it can move all of these resources around for us. And that should really help with our massive infrastructure logistical problems that we are currently facing. We also need to build our EVA building here. And this is going to open up pretty soon. Oh, our waste center is here. I want you not building alloys. I want you to build circuits. So this will produce circuits for us with 50 waste, which is pretty cool. Okay, all the construction in Sector 2 is done, but we still have people Sector 6 is done. We still have people starving in Sector 6. So we just need to get on top of that before I start waking people back up again. But we'll start moving people from Sector 6 into Sector 5 once they're getting fed. Drone bay just needs 2 more circuits. I think one got delivered. Yeah, we need 1 more circuit in Sector 6, Sector 3. I don't want them to stockpile a lot of them here. And we'll see if this drone bay can do the job for us. And we just really need that food. Oh, I was going to start probing, wasn't I? We really need a lot of stuff right now. We need silicon, we need hydrogen, we need carbon. Let's get another probe under construction. How are things going over here? They're probably just taking long. Are we researching anything at the moment? We're not researching anything right now. Let's deal with that. What are the drone bay researches? Max drone capacity up by 1. Number of resource units can carry by 2. That seems really good. We'll get both of these queued up. Hey, Spara. Oh, what were you protesting? Space Hell is pretty Space Hell right now. We're having big food issues. I'm trying to solve them in about 8 different ways at once, which is probably not the best way to do it. We're actually at extra hours in Sector 6. So I'm actually going to turn these back on until we get some more workers.
Warning. A sector is being overworked.
Oh, that's just put them in overwork. Let's turn this off for now. If I turn one of these off, it really does, doesn't it, John? We're making electronics from crap. So we're overworking. Hang on, population. Let's check population. Okay. So we have in Sector 3, 50 workers more than we need. So let's move 20 workers from Sector 3 to Sector 6. And that should help. And then I can turn off the cryo bay for now. And that means that when those 20 workers move over, we will be able to turn on the waste treatment center. And that will get us more circuit boards, which we are desperate need of. Once the drone bay is built, food should move a lot faster, I hope. And we can basically go from there. What we're waiting on right now is we're just waiting for 1 more circuit board to be delivered. 1 more circuit, I should say.
A probe has completed its scan.
Cool, we're just waiting for another probe to be built. Almost done. That's it done. So what do we need? Right, we've got iron, we've got carbon, we've got water. There's no silicon. There's silicon here. There's no hydrogen. Let's find a source of hydrogen. Not that we need it desperately right now, but I don't want to run out of hydrogen. Is there anything over here? We haven't really explored this area. There's some iron, there's some carbon. There's no hydrogen. Hydrogen here with water. Okay. So we're waiting on that transfer to go through. These mushroom walls really can't cut it, can they? Oh, dear. We've exactly enough workers in the sector right now. It's going to take a long time for those workers to move over. Internal components optimization. So that's means our drone base can now carry more units. Soft jet propellers. Increases the number of resources drones can carry by 3. Let's read these as well, actually. On Earth, evolution has caused dominant species to get smaller and smaller. The same is true for the things we build. The more we master a field, the less its application takes. Keeping a well-maintained account book with ordered and clear data is more efficient than making a large warehouse. It was Nihai who first used data related to deep-sea exploration to gain time during the Tycoon project. Following the oil bankruptcy and the mass dismissal of submarine workers, Dolus embarked on a massive recruitment drive, composing the essential core of its space crews. Huh. My shoe speaker turning off, so I think first is muted, but nope, both times it was me. Oh no! Okay, we've got our population here, so I can now turn on the waste treatment center and not overwork the people here. So we're now producing electronics in this sector, which is great. We now... I thought this was being dismantled. Oh, you know why this isn't being dismantled? Because we're full on alloy. So we have to wait for that to empty into this, which is fine. Can we move some alloy through to Sector 1? Nope, both Sector 1 and Sector 2 are full. Let's say Sector 6 can hold a little bit more. Oh no. We'll just take away the limit. That should free up some space. Okay, our drone bay is almost complete. We're just waiting on alloys to arrive. I'm quite excited for this to be constructed, to be honest. It's not quite ready yet, though. I think it was more alloys all the time, though. Up to 81. I think one more delivery should do it. Okay, it's under construction now. I really want to see these things in action. Cool, augmented logistics is done. Let's get storage space expansion. The flavor text for this one is bigger. I'm just going to max the drone bay out, I think. It's going to be a huge time saver for us. Unless it uses up a ton of power, then we're in a big trouble. Okay, here it comes. This feels like a big moment for us. Those are the drone bays, I'm guessing. Yeah, shutters. Okay, they're going to fly in and out. Okay, it's being constructed. Do I have to set it? Construction stores drones. Drones can be used to quickly transfer up to 13 units of resources at a time between... Whoa, they fly. Oh, wow. Wait a minute. Does it work anywhere? I only need one on the ship? No, I can build them in other sectors too. They're just kind of floating around. Well, hopefully they do their jobs. That's all I can say. Yeah, they're floating around and doing stuff. Oh, there's actually, look, there's actually vents between the sectors the drones travel through. I've never noticed those before.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
All right, well, let's hope that that does its job. Let's, I was going to build another drone bay here. Do I need another drone bay? It might be worth it. They need 30 power. Yeah, let's get another drone bay in here. Why not? Okay, let's change our resource management. So we don't need... I'm just going to say that each sector needs one circuit. So there's always one moving around. Okay. And now we need to focus on getting Sector 5 opened up, which is on its way. Let's also... We need to start looking at building our... Aesthetics says you need it? Okay, aesthetics says I need it. Then we need it. Let's also get our EVA airlock queued up here. We need to delete one road. Robot bees are the best type of bee. Actually, no. Real bees are the best type of bee. But if you can't get robot bees, if you can't get real bees, then robot bees will have to suffice. I think you need bays in the sectors you want to send from. That's what I consider as well. So we need one in this sector, one in this sector, and one in Sector 5 when it gets opened up. Okay. This is great. This is really good. Let's not forget that we are also producing circuits here. Okay, let's check our current situation in terms of 7.9 cycles, 6.1 cycles, 6.0 cycles, 6.3 cycles. I noticed that we're at a little bit of a deficit for alloys, but we don't have a new probe being built because I didn't set them to auto build. So let's just get probes auto building for now. What we'll do is we'll build a countermeasure before we leave the system. We need to find iron. We have sources of iron deeper out in the system, but if we can get something closer, in fact, I'm looking at our situation here. Let's move the Tycoon closer to all of this. Let's move the Tycoon to Crux P42. Which will take 3.2 cycles, which is an easy move for us. Because we're going to get closer to all of the resources over there. More drone bay future-proof. Maybe I do need another drone bay. I think 2 might be a good amount. Look how fast the Tycoon moves now. Oh my god. Compared to how it moved at the start of the game. A view we don't normally use is the transition view. As we move around the solar system. Look how quick the ship moves. Holy crap. That's amazing. Food situation. Sector 6 is still struggling. This is our big concern, really. So close as well to feed everybody. How long does this take to produce waste? It takes 1 per 10 cycles. So it takes 10 cycles to produce 1 circuit, but I think that's not a bad rate for just free circuits. Looks like the drones fly to a stockpile, then land and don't come back out. Is that true? So here comes a drone. It's got food. It's coming through here, landing there, and disappears. Yeah, you're right. They don't come back. But then it launches another drone straight away by the looks of it. Okay. Oh, soft jet propellers has been researched. That's not unlocked anything else. So we need storage space expansion, which is currently under research. Needs batteries research. Let's get some more battery research on the go then. Hang on. I've just thought of something. Husband of the Tycoon must be listening to additional D music right now. If we check our probe launcher. Probe. Scouting radius. I was going to see if there's anything for the missiles, but there's nothing here. What else do we want to research right now? Because one thing... Well, let's get algae farms researching, actually. This is a big project that we need to get underway. We're almost at Crux P40. Oh, in fact, we've arrived in orbit. Cool. Your station is moving. Your station has finished moving. Alright. So this is our... We're just waiting on 16 food here, which might take a while to show up. Can I set this as a priority? I can't. This could be a problem. This might take a long time to get filled. We might not get that food anytime soon. What we might need to do is build some insect farms here as a short-term measure. I maybe should have done that a while ago. Well, we don't have the crew for that. Oh, our drone bay here is almost finished, which is good. We'll have lots of drones flying around. Hull integrity is in a scary state. We really need to get some alloy production on the way. We don't having any iron coming into the station right now. But all of these ships here, you're carrying silicon and you were carrying iron, I think. We could have a big problem here. We might be about to lose hull integrity. They're both producing iron right now. So as long as that goes straight to our... Hang on. Let's pause this right now. I'm on it, Henry. I'm on it. Hull is saying minus 92. It is indeed. We need these to produce the metal. I can see it creeping down. Trust is collapsing. Because Sector 6 is negative now. Why is Sector 6 negative? Because they're under extra hours. Okay, we need to fix that as well. We have extra workers in Sector 2. Let's move 10 workers from Sector 2 to Sector 6. The hull. If the hull doesn't get... It's because we moved, basically. Is this moving some alloy in? No, it's... Okay, we've got alloys coming in here. The only things being produced right now... I can't fill more people lightning because I can't feed them. The whole purpose we're doing everything right now is... Okay, hull integrity is crashing. These guys... These guys are delivering alloys, I think. Okay, hull integrity is being fixed. They are repairing the hull right now, I think. Fix the hull.
Warning. Hull integrity below 10%.
So alloys have been delivered here. No, they're not. There's alloys there. Alloys are being delivered right now. I am making alloys. Alloys are being delivered here. They're now going to the EVA docks. And we are starting to repair the hull. This guy has alloys right here. The drones are delivering the alloys now. It's been an honor. Do not give up on me so easily. How dare you, Sparrow. Oh, it's game over. Okay. We need to dismantle this to recover alloys. I'm not making anything outside, am I? Nothing has been constructed outside. There's no EVA airlock tasks in progress. Is repair on? Hull repair is activated. No, plus 96. It's happening. It's happening. It's because we moved the ship. It's because we moved the ship. Okay, no more construction until hull integrity is at max. Probe, we need iron. Let's just check our fleet priorities. Okay, Mule is on. Let's get everyone on just alloy recovery right now. Section 6 to max alloys. I don't think I did. I set Section 6 to max carbon. Yeah, the only sector that has high priority for alloy is Sector 1. I'm actually going to reduce all of these to 10. So the only place that's getting an excess of alloys is Sector 1. No science ships. We lost one science team member by being blown up and another science team member from jumping into a weird sphere. And the ship was literally seconds away from destruction. It's polymers that I set. We can dump this back down to like 30 now, though. We were so close to dying. Okay, I need to find some iron close to the ship. We need to get out of the system soon. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's not where I meant to send that probe. It's not going to find anything. Are you producing more probes? Yeah, you're auto-building probes. Good. Okay, hull integrity is raising. One of the mechanics that this game has is that when hull integrity is very low, your EVA workers work harder. So that's the one benefit we had down there.
Population transfer complete.
Okay, so Sector 3 is optimal. Sector 3 is optimal, optimal, negative here. Why are you negative? 0 from people mostly living in cell housing. -1 possibility for waste from Earth, from leaving home behind, discovery through Pythagoras, from spending too long in the system, from having 5% of the population starving. I'm trying to fix the starving situation. I'm really trying very hard to fix the starving situation. We're just not getting the food over to you. And I don't have the... Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to turn off the waste treatment center. And we're going to build 2 insect farms. Somewhere. If we can. It's not going to make a huge difference, but it might just be the tipping point that I need to get these people fed. At least the drones are delivering food. That should speed up food deliveries. It still takes them a while, though.
A probe has completed its scan.
Okay, we have found a lot of iron and copper near the ship. That's good. God, we came so close to disaster there. I just want to get out of the system. We still need to wake up 2,000 cryonic pods, though. We just can't feed everybody in Sector 6. It's a big problem. Akin to Sun Tzu and Zap Brannigan in one genius hero of everything. Okay, Sector 6 has gone back to neutral because we managed to feed most of the population there. The big problem we have right now is we're not producing enough food to complete the destruction of this wall, and that's slowing everything down. Once we get a bit of a stockpile of alloy here, I am going to get this built. In fact, I think we can start construction of it now. Let's keep an eye on that hull integrity. We are researching right now, good. We're working on algae farms. Okay, as long as hull integrity doesn't stall, I'm just keeping an eye on it while because we're also constructing those insect farms in the other sector. There are currently 2,323 people on the ship. God, that was so close to destruct. That was literally inches away from game over. Shit was about to fall apart in front of us. What are you bringing in? Oh, we don't need more corpses. Okay, we're currently out of alloys here. I'm going to pause this to make sure that the alloys that we have go to the hull integrity. See how we're now at plus 74, where we were at plus 96 before? Part of that is because the crews are working less hard. Do we have any more EVA technology to research, actually? Yeah, we do. So we could get dermal interfacing, and we could get plasma cutter. Repair efficiency increased by 15%. That's definitely worth grabbing. These are all construction speed, which I'm not too worried about, but plasma cutter... Certainly the tool does not make the craftsman. Imagine if Michelangelo had access to plasma cutters. Sure, we didn't have the plasma cutters when we had the xenomorph on the station, or the necromorph on the station. That would have helped. Just make sure the next batch of alloys comes through. We are producing metal here. We do have some in the stockpile. It's not like we've got nothing going on. One thing we do have a problem with is we're maxed out on carbon, which is filling up some of the docking platform. But everyone is set to maximize iron at the moment. Let's just send another probe to get some more iron uncovered. There is some more around. Oops, I just clicked again. Damn it, that's not going to cover anything. Yeah, exactly. They just ducked it all together. Okay, we are having people die. A lot of people are dying of starvation, which is not good. That's why I'm not defrosting anybody. Can we get some alloys delivered here, please? How are things looking here with the insect farms? They're not up and running yet. They don't require that much alloy, but we do really need alloy to go to our EVA airlocks. The drones are not as great as I thought they would be. This is sketchy as. This is... Every time I think we're getting things under control, we currently have no alloys, we currently have no food. We really need to get the algae farms up and running in Sector 5, ASAP. Like, that's a big deal. It's very important that happens soon. We also just need to get more iron coming into the station as soon as possible as well. There's iron in the stockpile, which is good. Get these alloys under construction. Yeah, I'm watching it, Neil. Alright, Ryan, thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you later. Have a great weekend. Yeah, it's tough, Henry. It's really tough. I don't know if we're going to have time to get resources and launch probes. I think we're going to have a separate. I'm interested in Frostpunk too. I used the scan that detected nothing. Okay, let's try again. Actually find some iron this time. All I'm interested in right now is iron.
An accident has occurred.
Oh god, the infirmary is disabled in Sector 2. Luckily nobody is badly injured. And we have 2 infirmaries in Sector 2 actually. Okay, we're back at plus 78 hull integrity. I want to get hull integrity to full before I build anything else. One of our insect farms has been constructed. There's so much hydrogen stockpiled here, but that's fine. That'll keep our nuclear power plant running for a while. The problem is we had a runaway waking up of people, and the logistics for getting the food to the sector just weren't working out, and then we run out of stockpile. While we had stockpile, it was fine, but because I sent 90 food to establish a colony, we lost our stockpiles, and we haven't been able to re-establish the stockpiles. We're kind of just consistently just feeding people, and we've got permanent starvation in this sector. Once we deal with that starvation, we'll be back on. Somehow my trust is full. I don't know how. Maybe it's because I continually save everybody. I don't know. So these only produce 1 food every cycle, which isn't a lot. Yeah, cult of the hull, right? I don't know what to do. We could get rid of this and build another mushroom wall here. We just need more food. We can't expand until we get more food because I need to deliver 16 food to this wall, and it's just not happening. Hull integrity is going up, which is good. We are stockpiling some iron. We are not stockpiling any food, but we are also having big problems with food getting picked up. I think the bigger maintenance facilities have more... No, I don't think they have more drones, but having two facilities will help. What I'm going to do is build another one here. That will add more drones to pick up food, which should help with food pickup. Because we're actually sitting with 100 food sitting over here, and nobody's collecting it. And that's another issue. We're just not actually clearing food out fast enough. I need way more docking facilities. I'm not having any problems with stuff being brought into the station. I've got them spread out between all of my areas. We have one in every zone that are all doing work. Docking, our income isn't the issue, really. It's production. We could probably do... Hang on. Sector 2, Sector 1, set that to max. Carbon needs to be moved around a little bit. Okay, we've got more alloys coming through. We're building a stockpile again here. We're about to get the second insect place done here. And when this is finished construction, which is set to food, we'll be able to start picking up the food from over here. At the moment, nobody's picking this food up. Probably because it's so far out of the way, their algorithm isn't selecting it as a priority, and I can't say this is a priority to pick food up from. God, we lost 15 crew to starvation there. Sector 1 is unhappy again. What's wrong with... Sector 1 is starving now. That's really bad. Yeah, it's because this food isn't being collected. So this is essential now. The food has just been sitting here for cycles. This is about to complete another cycle. They're actually harvesting more food, and it's just sitting here, which is not good. I need to see if I can fit another food stockpile in here, possibly, just to get more food pickup being done. Okay, that's 5 more, actually 6 more trucks picking up food. That's gonna help. I'm really concerned about food right now. Just clear this food down. Get this food out of here.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Okay, we have finished our colonization text on Kruk P42. Colonization success rates of planets like P42
colonization mission requires your attention.
are estimated at 25.12. Please authorize extraction preparation. So we can repatriate the 90 colonists, or we can sever. Dola's contractual terms stipulate the possibility of crew member abandonment in the event of an emergency situation. The colonists were aware of what they signed up for. I could turn the ice storage into food stockpile, but we also need that ice storage because that's what's keeping the water to run the crops running. What I could do is turn the electronic stockpile into a food stockpile because I don't actually need any electronics in that sector. I'm very tempted to sever communication with the colonists. I feel really bad for doing it, but we just don't have room for another 90 people right now. We can't feed them. They have a 25%. They actually have a better chance of surviving on the planet than they do on the ship. I don't want to do this. But I think I have to do this unless somebody talks me out of it. Why would I leave them? Because I can't feed them. I don't want to leave them. I want to be good. I'm not going to leave them. I'm repatriating them. I don't care. I don't care. Let's get this turned into a food stockpile. In fact, we can also turn this into a food stockpile because we don't need. We shouldn't be building anything here anymore. I did it. I am a monster. I didn't do it. I mean, I saved them. You can't wait, Neil. Once you click on the event, it has to happen. You need to get them right away. That's what I will wait for. Yes, what Sam Donald is saying. Right now, look at all the food we're picking up. This is more like it. We have tons of food stockpiles now. Oh, our ice stockpile's almost empty. Crap. That's really serious. I did not realize we're about to run out of ice. Ice is incredibly important. We need an ice situation now. No active probe launcher. The probe launcher is damaged. Yeah. Okay, we need the probe launcher back online ASAP. How long's it got? Come on. Okay, back to this view. I did not realize we're so low on ice. There. And then do we have a ship that's dedicated for ice mining? We do. And do we have a ship that's dedicated for ice pickup? We do. Okay, good. Whew. Okay, we should be okay on ice now. Water will get low, but it won't run out. Okay, food is being moved out of here at a much higher rate now that we have so many stockpiles grabbing food. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit. See how this goes. Look at our stockpiles actually having food in them. Algae farms have been unlocked. That's huge. Controlled mitosis can support one additional plantation. Yeah, let's get that researching after we've got the EVA airlock upgrade. So if it's when I click on that, they'll get repatriated. So we're going to leave that until we get this food situation under control. This might have been what I needed all along.
A probe has completed its scan.
We'll get more ice coming in now, which is good. God, thank you so much for putting out the ice stockpile. Even though Mishaps was taunting me about putting it into food. I didn't realize we hadn't been mining ice for a while. Okay, we have tons of food coming in now. It's being moved out of the sector. We're almost about to feed everybody in Sector 6. Sector 6 might actually get enough food. We might actually feed everybody for the first time in this whole stream. Oh, we can finally get back on track. Sector 6 has 500 people starving. Damn it. I'm just watching to see if we get this stockpile filled.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Come on. Up to 40. So we need 102 food units to feed everybody in this sector, which is part of the problem. Administrator, it emerged that concerning results of our earlier colonization tests have been leaked, leading many in the crew to believe we are delaying the hour humanity ends. Whoever releases information bears responsibility for the rise in death or sickness that has followed. Shh, that's not good. You said there was an event in Sector 1. I don't see one. Unless I missed it. Maybe I didn't respond to it in time. Too many things to keep track of. So everyone is now neutral, except no, everyone's still happy apart from Sector 3 and Sector 1. We need to get out of the system. That'll cheer everybody up. But to do that, we need to unfreeze another 1,000 cryonic pods. To do that, we need to feed everybody in Sector 3. Sector 6. Sector 6, we have nobody starving in Sector 6 for the first time. which means we should hopefully get food getting delivered to this very soon. We just need 16 food and 1 circuit to be delivered here. We do have circuit storage. Yeah, we do. Which means we need silicon. I'm guessing we don't have enough silicon. Yeah, okay, okay. There's so many things stacking up here, so I need to get this transport ship back on silicon duty. Yeah. No, we got the Eldramar on silicon duty. What am I doing? You do this, do this, do this, and we'll just do that. Now you're going to pick up the silicon. Let's actually maybe uncover some silicon as well. Perfect. Really close to the ship. All right. We just need this food to happen now. That's the only thing we're waiting on. Nobody is starving. What do algae farms need? 3 circuit boards, 50 food. Allows the creation of automatic harvest up to 4 algae plantations using a moderate amount of water to produce a large amount of food. So what we'll do is we'll get a waste facility here. Well, that's what we need to research, actually. We need to research the water treatment center. We're getting closer to leaving the system, I promise.
Has completed its scan.
Okay, got a new probe constructed. Do we have enough food for Sector 6 is the question before the next meal cycle. Oh, so our hull integrity is full right now, so I'm going to start reconstruction on this. Because getting this built will help when we open Sector 5 up. Okay, we just need the food here to open this sector up. Sector 1 has enough food to feed everybody before the meal cycle finished. That's a big deal. Still not enough food to like get the food we need here. Oh, we actually managed to get 4 food in here. But we were able to feed everybody in Sector 6 for the first time and have a little bit of food left over. So now it's just about when are these up for harvest. You're about to be... Okay, they're all up for harvest. This is great. This is working out. This is happening now. Food is moving through the ship. We just don't have any stockpiles of food, but food is moving through the ship. Jeez. I can't believe how tight that got. On so many fronts. We have iron coming in. We're low on carbon and silicon. No, we're full on polymers. We don't actually have any room for polymer, which is fine. I'm happy with that. We've almost got construction of this done. We're going to need some more workers in this sector. No, we'll be fine. Yeah, we've got tons of workers in Sector 1. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. This is going well. Okay. Once we've got this wall open, I'm going to start bringing people back online because we can move people into this sector quite quickly. And we're just going to build domestic quarters because they hold 91 crew. These hold 125 crew. These quarters are better than cell housing. As soon as I've got time, I'm going to start replacing these with Dolomite quarters because these don't save us anywhere near as much space as these do. What other research do I have for housing, actually? Smart homes and capacity increased by 60%, or they produce more waste. I'm not too worried about the more waste. What do we group? Decryotization is required for this upgrade. We do need to decryonize people quicker. So let's get that queued up. Oh, thank you for sticking with me, everybody. I really thought it was game over there, but I didn't give up hope, and neither did you, apart from one certain Sparrow. And we managed to come back out of that, which is pretty impressive. How many workers do we have here right now? Okay, we are only 10 workers extra. This needs 20 workers. We just need that food to move through. It's all about the extra food we can get here before the meal cycle, just so we can open this wall up. That's literally all we need to do. Sector 1 is now specialized in Space Rank 2, which is what I was hoping for. So Space Rank 2, docking bays load and unload 30% faster, hull repair is 10% more efficient, probes and ships are assembled 30% faster, hull repair is 20% more efficient. That's what we're waiting for. The Cult of the Hull is present in Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3, and Sector 6. So we can probably get some temples built as well to help with our current situation. In fact, a temple here might be the way to go. I could get population stability. I could get... Oh, I haven't researched the temple yet, have I? I could get a temple built here, and that would really help with stabilization here. Just need this food to cycle through. Oh, damn, we've got a meal cycle before it's been ready.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay, everybody has been fed, which means we can now open this wall. One more food. Yes! Okay, Sector 5 is open. This is a big deal. Let's pause the game for a second while I sort this out, because we need to clear up all of the debris that's in here as fast as possible. Let's just clear a line through the sector to start with, and we'll go from there. So I need to get some stockpiles down. We need a workshop. We need a maintenance stockpile. We need another one for food. And we need a mess hall. That's just our starting layout while we clear the sector out. Okay, what's our situation everywhere? We've got people without homes in Sector 5. That's fine. We'll need to get a delimited quarter. We'll probably put that down first. So we'll just put that here. That was the right one? No, that was an optimized quarter. Let's cancel that. We need a demonic quarter. Time for some road spaghetti, indeed. We'll put the road here. Now, that's a problem already. I didn't think about that. Let's actually cancel this. One thing we're going to need is we're going to need circuits in this sector, but we'll get there. So let's clear this, clear this, clear this, clear this, clear this. And let's also set up food importing to Sector 5. We'll just say we'll take 20 food in here, which should last them a long time. There's a lot of construction to do in this sector. We'll put our first houses along here. Is there any circuits? Yeah, there's 6 circuits up for grab here, which is exactly what we want. I love roast spaghetti so much. It's my favorite part of the game. Okay, I can't actually build down here. That's great. I didn't realize. I thought there was a building there. Is that how I want? No, I don't want to do it like that. That's not how I want to do it. Let's demolish that. What I want to do is I want to build a road down here. And then I want to lay these like this. No, that's the wrong one again. I want a domestic quarter. I can build 6 of these right now with what I have available to me. We'll also build a wall road down here to here. We just need to keep an eye on all the other sectors, but make sure that Sector 5 gets sorted. Food is our only concern at the moment. We'll get the algae farms up and running here as quickly as possible. Oh, the other thing we can do now is we can start waking people up again. And we'll move them into this sector as we open up more. A nuclear power plant has been disabled due to an accident. That's bad. Why are we being overworked here? Because I've turned these on. That could have been GG right there when I turned that on. How many people over are we? Quite a lot. Not for one row, Neil. I'm gonna have a row of houses along there. I could move it later, actually. Sector 3 doesn't have a lot of workers. Sector 2 has a lot of workers. Let's move 30 workers from Sector 2 to Sector 6. And we need to start moving people in here. So let's move from Sector 6. We need to move, let's say, non-workers. Let's move 100 from Sector 6 to Sector 5. But that going offline was bad. Really bad, and a big concern. It's like I need these online to wake people up. Right, Sector 6 needs workers, Sector 5 needs non-workers. That's what we'll do. Oh, I haven't linked up to our... We need the circuits. Yeah, these require basically no power, which is also very good. We need to get this up and running again ASAP. That was so close to being a disaster. I also need a maintenance facility for circuits. We're going to move all of this stuff that's kind of just piled in the middle of the place for now. Let's make this high priority. We need those people to move into Sector 6 quickly. What can I turn off in the meantime? Let's turn this off. Let's turn... There's not really much else I can turn off here. Everything else is kind of essential, but that at least takes us off overworked extra hours.
Population transfer complete.
Okay, so that's a bunch of people moved in here. But we need the other transfer to go through. Come on. Thanks for pointing out the road gap mishaps. I got it, but after you said. Road Pisgetti. Oh, great, we've got an accident at the food hall. Where are those people? I guess it takes them a while to move over. How many workers under are we right now? A huge number. But the 30 I'm moving over should bring us up to 210. And then after that, it'll build up itself as they defrost people. And we can get housing under construction here, which is now happening. And the power plant is now back online. Oof. We just need to keep the station going until we get these 2,000 people defrosted, and then we can get out of here. Where's the screaming? I'm the one screaming, Teledan. It's me. This game has me so stressed. No, 39 injured is bad. We need to get the hospital built. That's a big deal. We need to get... I haven't even researched the hospital. No, I haven't even researched the hospital yet. We do need to get the hospital built. Sector 6, 19 injured. We could build another infirmary. Won't fit there. We could put it here for now. I don't really want to build another infirmary, but I think we're going to have to. That's also, by the way, more overwork for the sector when that comes online. We can actually turn this off. And we could probably turn this off. That frees up a few people. We can't turn this off, unfortunately. Can't turn this off, can't turn this off. These are probably not... We don't probably need these anymore. Let's demolish them. Okay, that should help a little bit. How are things looking here? I'm going to clear this sector out as quickly as I can. So just the maintenance bot kind of prioritizes the construction of roads over buildings. Yeah, the screaming was definitely earlier when the station nearly destroyed itself. Okay, we are actually feeding everybody, which is good. Although I say that and we just have starvation across the entire station as soon as I said that. We really, really, really need to get the algae farms up and running in the sector as soon as possible. But we need a few things before we can do that. Let's just build a road out to here. And then like this to pick up all that. I know the road spaghetti is horrible to look at, but it will be cleaned out. I want to build the algae farms over here. Turning the stockpile off will indeed freeze up a few people. That is what it did. Okay, we've almost got this up and running. Food is being distributed. This is just really tough. It's really tough. So in this sector, we need to build a DLS center. We need to build a we haven't researched it yet, a fusion water station, and then we can build algae farms. Now, let's have a look at the footprint of an algae farm. We'll probably have to get one down on the ground before I can do anything with it, but I'll put one of them here, and we'll use that as our blueprint. So I just want to clear out this last little bit first. Once we get these algae farms up and running, life will change for everybody aboard the Tycoon, I'm hoping. I don't need peeps in that sector, unfortunately. So the plus 82 hull repair is in the sector that's totally fine. I could juggle the people around, but I am waking people up, and the deficit should sort itself out pretty soon. We're now 10 workers off the deficit, and it will increase from there, which is good. We need to wake 800 more people up. Are you up for demolish, or have you just been turned off? Yeah, okay, you're up for demolish. That's good. Oh, we also need to sort out battery power in this sector. Okay. Sector 5 needs more housing. That is under construction. And we just need to pick up all of this stuff. We can delete all of these weird wiggly roads that I've constructed. They are no longer needed. I quite like the aesthetics, and I actually like how harsh it is. I like the challenge, but damn is it hard. And I've never been so tense playing a video game. Also, when I play this game, time just passes. I have no idea how much time is passing. Drone bay. No, we can't have a drone bay accident. You're optimal. Damn it, we can't have a drone bay accident. That cannot happen. We need to get out of this sector. Yes, correct, Neil. That is the plan. Sector 3 will still have some food production in it. We'll probably actually put the hospital and stuff in Sector 5. We've got room for a hospital here. And then we'll probably have some stuff in here as well. But the big priority right now is getting additional food up and running. I don't know how much food the algae farmers will produce for us. I just know that it is more. Once we've cleaned up this area, we're going to get our DLS center built somewhere in the middle. And then we're going to get our water fusion plant built as soon as it's finished researching, which is taking a long time because we're not getting any research in anymore. We could ship ice in here until that point. I've just noticed we have no ice. There's no ice in the stockpile still. Have we? Okay, it is being delivered. It's just slow. That's fine. Oh dear. Okay, unpause the game. Let's get some time moving. Sector 5 needs a medical bay, so let's get that under construction. That is something that needs to be built. We'll set our center here. I also want to build... We need a DLS center, so I'm going to build that here. I also want to set up alloy deliveries up to 10. Why is Sector 3? Oh, because it doesn't have a stockpile. Alright, nice guy. Thanks for hanging around. Wish us luck. We're going to need it. I'm not building a water treatment plant. I'm not building a water treatment plant. I'm building a water fusion station. Oh, is it called a water treatment plant? You might be right. I'm building a water treatment center. So what? If you're building a water treatment plant, it doesn't make sense to build any non-necessary buildings in Sector 5, and it doesn't make sense to keep any food outside of Sector 5 if avoidable. That's true, actually, because it will produce enough water for the whole station. And I can... Let's get it set up, and then I will look at getting rid of our food production in Sector 3. You're completely right. I hadn't thought about that, but it does produce enough water for everybody, for whatever the water requirements are for that sector, which is one of the reasons I'm building it. So we don't actually need to worry too much about that. Yeah, it's the long run. That's correct, Neil. No, you're totally right. I wasn't thinking straight.
A new request awaits your attention.
Sector 5 request. Why are you testing me like this? We have a fire in Sector 5. We need to build a fire station. Sector 6 must get the circuit board it needs. Administrator, the danger the fire presents in space is significant, but overestimated for a structure such as Tycoon. The station is built to withstand a lot of punishment. Obviously, a response team must be dispatched eventually before bulkheads melt and infrastructure is destroyed. Pledge to construct a fire station in Sector 6 within 10 cycles. We need 60 alloys for this. So, let's set Sector 6 to hold 30 alloys. And we'll set... Yeah. This is really bad. That means we've got no hydrogen coming through to the power plant, which means the power plant's going to go offline. They're really testing me. They're really pushing me to my limit, aren't they? I kept saying we need to build fire stations. Fire stations are really important. We're going to need fire stations soon. Indeed, it had to be the hydrogen tanks, didn't it, Miss Abs? It had to be the hydrogen tanks. Of all the things to catch fire, it's the hydrogen tanks for our nuclear reactor, which is going to go offline when it runs out of hydrogen. Okay. Stable situation for the building, yeah. Okay, let's start looking at algae farms. They won't be able to produce any food for us to start with, but we can at least get them online. So I'm going to build one algae farm here and just see what it constructs. We need more housing in Sector 5 as well. So let's get a domestic quarter clicked in just here. And we'll get a road down along this wall. A literal Hindenburg moment. It's going to take forever to build this stupid fire station. The only way to really build it is to divert resources from elsewhere on the station, which I kind of need to do, I think. So it looks like fires prevent the operation. They don't burn down the whole station. The question is, will the fire spread to the nuclear reactor? Which is now out of resources, which means we may have a blackout. Hang on. This produces 75 power. No, we're okay if it goes offline. We have the extra power available to us at the moment. Okay, the fire's actually gone out. So we don't need a permanent... Okay, the fire's... Okay, that's good. Are you kidding me? I'm so stressed. So we need a fire station in every sector as a priority. Wonderful. So the only sector that doesn't have a fire station is this sector. You know, the one where we're producing everything, where I don't have room to put one. You know, this is really good. And we also have a sector here where the food is being produced. I can't fit this in right now. We'll need to move this road and move this, which I can't do at the moment. We could put we can't put that there. I'm not going to deal with that right now. I can't believe this. Okay, let's fix this. Set every sector to have one electronic again. Okay, every sector has one electronics now. If you don't need the power afforded by nuclear reactor, why is it on and wasting fuel? It's a good question. Because when I built it, I didn't have, and I'm going to hit that limit really soon when this sector comes up online. But you're right, I could turn it off for now, which will free up a significant amount of power. More than it's producing, actually. When we're down to 20 power left, that's when I turn it on. That also frees up the people we need to make everybody happy in this sector, so it's all good. I don't think this building got finished being constructed before it caught fire, actually. Okay, at least we're not starving. Oops, all fires, indeed. where our main holdup right now is we're waiting for the water treatment center. We're going to need to build some large storage bays as well for waste. And we're going to need a drone bay in this sector to move food out as well. These are all things we need to work on. Okay, we're going to get that, or at least we're going to get the fire station built in time. Which is good. Oh, we've got a fire in Sector 3 now. A place I can't put a fire station because we don't have the room. I don't know what to do. We could delete this and turn it into a small storage bay and delete this and push this back from the road and put a fire station like here with the road coming around it. In fact, all we need to do is delete this because we could have the road going around the back there. So if I dismantle this, which I know is a concern because food delivery is an issue, but I can then build the road like this. That. I can then demolish this road. The ice is indeed on fire, yes. Oh my goodness, I don't have anywhere to store the alloy here or the electronics. Everyone's going to starve while I try and fix this. I want to get out of this sector as soon as we unload these people. But I could clear out all of these batteries and get rid of this. That might be a better way of doing it. Let's cancel destruction. Let's demolish all of this. So I'm going to turn this back into an alloy storage for now. I'm going to demolish... I'm going to turn this into a waste storage. I'm going to demolish this. I'm going to demolish all of these batteries because we could replace them with tier 2 batteries anyway. And we're going to redo this whole area. The game is testing me. Which means we also desperately need to get a fire station into Sector 2. So I need to start thinking about that as well. What I could do is just build a small storage facility here. Let's check the footprint on the fire station. Good job at least I had it researched. Yeah, we can put it here. So we're going to build a small storage facility here. That's going to become our electronics research storage station. We're going to demolish this because we don't need a large storage bay for this. Then we're going to remove this road and we're going to put a fire station here. And then every sector will have a fire station because I already built a fire station in Sector 1. And at least that's dealt with. It's not too big of an issue. I think I hit the in-game trigger for fires to start. I think you're right, Doctor. Oh, so why is this not being built yet? Okay, it's under construction. At least the drones are droning about. 3, 4, it's gone. Now we delete the road. And now we can build a fire station here. Okay. Right. We're waiting for this to all clear down. I need somewhere to store my electronics, which means I need to build another maintenance facility to store them in. Oh, you need to store electronics for now. Oh, look. There's another fire. Can I fit a fire station in here? I can. And then I can build a large battery back there. Okay, this can now turn back into a food storage facility.
Accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Because this can hold 300 power, and these hold... How much does a small battery hold? They hold 100 power. So in terms of footprint, this is way more efficient. Good night, Doctor. Thanks for hanging around. Good lord. This game might be the most stressful game I've ever played. 5 zones and bang, you get to burn. It just happens so suddenly. We might have a circuit trapped here forever. Okay, we completed that quest at least. And the fire station is under construction here. The fire station is under construction here. The fire station is constructed here. The fire station is constructed here. And the fire station is under construction here. Sector 5 needs more housing. We're waiting on more alloys to be delivered, but all of our alloys just got probably best to dismantle the other large battery in the back so you can re-optimize layout. Because right now it is one forward with a road connecting it. Is it? Yeah, I'll probably redo this whole section. We'll probably end up moving this as well. So let's just... we'll clear this out first, build the battery here, and then we'll redo all of this. I can also fit like a small battery in here and in here, which might be better places to put them, dealing with the footprint of this. Okay. At least people are getting fed. That's something, right? I want to get this back up and running. We need 20 people to do that. Okay, I can get this back online. That's another source of electronics. That's good. When we're down to 20 power, that's when I need to turn the power plant back online. Okay, this is done. First of all, let's set propaganda as our first policy here. And then I also need to build a large waste stockpile for when we get the water treatment center built. Okay, we just had a meal cycle, so hopefully everybody gets fed. This is a pretty important cycle, actually. How are things looking in Sector 3? Okay, we're still waiting for these to be deconstructed. I don't actually think we've got enough room, unfortunately, for all of the alloy we need to pick up. So what I'm going to do is build a battery. Oh, we can't. We can put a battery in here. There's not much else I can fit into this slot. So I'm going to put this here for now, just to hold on to the metal. Please don't disable your alternative life center. Everyone's on optimal. You guys are happy. How are we going on this? This is taking a long time to research. I'm frustrated about that, but that's my own fault. What is being constructed here? Where is our... Oh, we don't have any alloys. That's what the problem is. Okay, Diogenes can carry more equipment. That's great. We are setting to import alloys into Sector 5. Yeah, only 10. Let's bump that up to 20. It's just taking a long time for metal to get here, which makes sense because nothing gets anywhere fast on this ship. How is the situation in terms of mining? We're running out of iron near the ship. Let's see if we can find some more. I want to get out of the system. We'll need to wake up 700 more people. There's no iron. There's some iron here. That's something. At least we have some iron stockpiled. Okay. And Sector 5 housing will come once the alloy gets delivered. We're just waiting on that to come through. You're all doing this. Fire station's built here. Fire station's built here. Okay, all of our fire stations have been built. Which is a small victory for us. At the moment, we're not moving food very fast because we don't have as many food storage facilities as we had before. But once the construction is done here, we'll revert back to having the amount of food storage we had before. And we can move that stuff around. So I can build a large battery here and a large battery here. And 2 large batteries should probably be enough for the whole sector. God, I really want to get out of this system. Yeah, nothing's currently on fire, which is typical. I want to see a fire truck.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Stop having accidents. All of you are optimal work conditions. Nobody's being overworked. Just chill. I love how Sector 6 is like, nothing to complain. Everything's fine in Sector 6. We're not even going to show up on your list. Three, two, one. One more alloy. Okay, now we can delete this road. Once that has been delivered. Okay, now I can build a level 2 battery here. We can actually connect it up back here, but there's a road here we might as well make use of for now. I can then move this battery over. Now, we do actually need somewhere to store circuits in this sector. Which is just making life really hard. Let's store them... Oh, this is so tough. Let's store them here for now. I'm really worried about people starving, but it seems to be going okay. No, actually, people starving in Sector 5. And now we set up to import circuits to set this sector. Yeah, every sector is set up to import, apart from Sector 4, which isn't open. I'm not going to move this for now because it's too important to have all of our food storage available. The spaghetti is just crazy. If you use a different road to get to the second battery, can you get a small stockpile here? No. Small stockpiles are 4x4. Oh, you're right. I could get a small stockpile there. Nice. So if I do a road like this, I can then put a small stockpile here. Or even here. Well spotted, mishaps. And you're thinking about putting a small battery here? Bottom right of Sector 3. That's here. In here, a small battery will not fit there, no.
A sector is being overworked.
Sector 5 is being overworked. Okay, we need to import some workers into Sector 5. Sector 5 needs 5 workers. How are we doing for power? We're getting tight on power. I'm going to have to put the thing on soon. So we need, let's say 20 workers brought into this sector. Let's bring them in from, how's Sector 6 working? Sector 6 has loads of extra workers right now. So let's bring 20 workers from Sector 6 to Sector 5. And they have to be workers. Let's start the migration. This is under construction, which is really good news. Let's turn the fire station off for the moment. In fact, I could probably turn the fire stations off until there's a fire, unless they suppress fire. But I don't know if they do that or not. Where was I? Yeah, I was trying to work this out. Okay, so now I can destroy this road. And I can build a small stockpile here. Let's complete that road there. So I could move this over by 2, which would free up a small space here, but this road needs to stay. So I'm just going to leave these 2 here for now, but that means that I can make this my circuit stockpile. Actually, it can just be a food stockpile for now. This can also be a food stockpile, and this can also be a food stockpile because I don't need to build anything else. No, that's wrong. I need to build that stockpile first. This needs to be an alloy stockpile for the moment. And then food should start flowing again. 8, 9, 10. Cool. So this could now go to being a food stockpile. And that means that we're now pulling the food out of the farms at a high speed again. We have the battery power that we need, and we've built the fire station. So everything is as it should be in this sector. Sector 5 is where we have concerns now. Oh, bottom left. Let me check that.
Population transfer complete.
I could build it here, yes, but I need to get a road to it to build it. Which means either demolishing this house or demolishing this stockpile to do the build. I don't think I'm going to need it. We'll see how much power we're sitting on when this is fully charged up. Sector 5 is no longer overworked. We can probably turn the fire station back on. Yeah. Looking at power, we're getting close to our limit. We need to keep an eye on that. We need to get this housing built. I'm going to queue up another housing just so it's happening in the background. We also need to get more food being stockpiled in this sector. Just for now. 20 food should be enough. We just need this to finish construction. We're at 1,358 cryopods. Okay, so we've got an algae store produced. So each algae plantation requires 24 alloy. They need a road to be built, though, Neil. And that's what I'll need to demolish something to build it. They have to supply the resources to it. Transfers 4 water into 4.3 food per cycle with an automatic harvest every 5 cycles. It requires 5 workers. And I can fit, how many of them? I can fit 5 in. The size of the fields is this size. So I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then build another algae farm here and link them up. Now, at the moment, it's not going to do anything. But let's at least build the farm. Get that started. I don't know if they'll build that actually while this is offline. But we can't get anything up and running here until we get this water treatment center researched, which is going to take a little bit of time, unfortunately. In the meantime, power's okay. Food is not great here, but it's coming. If I start building Dolus quarters here, I can get rid of these cell houses. And they actually almost take up the same footprint. But I can start building these along here and start moving people over, which will make everyone in this sector a lot happier, but I don't have the alloys to do that at the moment. Actually, I have a lot of alloys. These also, I think, require 3 power, and these require 2 power. But the problem is they all require a circuit. But let's start building them in the background. Let's just have that ticking over. Everything is okay here. 24 power. Yeah, let's get the reactor back up and running. That was concerning. If the reactor goes offline... Okay, hang on. We're at extra hours now. Let's turn this off. And let's turn the fire station off until we've got more workers here. Cell houses are not great living. Not compared to domotic quarters. Which is what we want to move people to. Because the cell houses... minimal quality, and these are high quality, and we need the we need to make people happy in this sector. We also need to get a waste facility in this sector as well to start collecting the waste we need for the water treatment plant, but that's not going to happen for a while. Why did they stop producing this and start delivering alloy here? That's dumb. I'm actually going to cancel this for now. This is a dumb thing to be constructing at the moment. Right, what are we at? 1,373. We've got a fire in Sector 3. No. Okay, at least we've got a fire station here. There's a fire truck, if anyone wants to see what the fire trucks look like. Imagine a whole crop farm catching fire. And there's a fire in Sector 1. So I can't really afford to turn my fire stations off for too long. Oh my goodness. We're never going to survive. Only Sector 5 is struggling with food, which is something, but Sector 5 needs... How much food do they need to feed everybody here? They need 33 food, so they're 2 food off, and we've just hit a meal cycle, so everyone should get fed. Alloys are taking a long time to move through here, but if I start production of things in other sectors, the alloys will move. It takes a long time for these to put the fires out. At least we've got automatic repair researched. We also need to get power. So we've got, what have we got? We've got 6 cycles of power here, 5 cycles of power here. We need more, this will be fine. We've got 7.3 here. So we just need to get the power, we need to get some more cycles of power running in Sector 3. Losing a farm there was pretty bad. We also now can't afford, we literally cannot afford for this to go offline. While I'm thinking about it, we have tons of polymers right now. Let's build another solar panel. Let's get this panel up and running. It's going to require 6 electronics, but we actually really need the additional solar powers. That'll give us a little bit of leeway off the nuclear power plant, which I'm very worried about going offline. Why have they stopped constructing this? That's just weird to me. Sector 5 is angry. Why is Sector 5 angry? Homelessness, it's homelessness. I'm trying to build you houses. It's just taking a long time. The alloys are taking a long time to get here. But they should start filtering through once all the other sectors, because other sectors are at their capacity for alloys. They're taking a long time to come out of Sector 2. So they should start filtering over. Let's go a little bit faster. Starvation isn't helping either. We need to get this research. It's taking so long. Yeah, to build a third half house. Okay, that's that under construction. I don't know why they're not building this one. I might need to demolish it and rebuild it. We'll see what happens when more alloys get delivered. Here comes some more alloys. Will they go to that other house? Yes, they will. Okay, they just decided that other house that they had half built, that they decided to abandon that one and go for the other one. So that'll get housing for everybody. That'll stop the housing problem. That'll make people happier in this sector. We should stop any strikes from happening. Our big concern, though, is food. Food's taking a long time to arrive here. Here comes some food and some alloys. Two more alloys will get 2 houses constructed. Okay, that's Sector 5 homelessness dealt with. We're not Angie anymore. Power's looking okay. We need to get a battery under construction in this sector, so I think I'm just going to get that done now. We'll put it... That's not quite going to fit into my layout, is it? We'll put it behind here, maybe? Just snug it in there. It's still not ideal. It's going to stick out a little bit there. Could put it here, which looks ugly. Put it here. We'll put it here for now. Because we need to make sure there's power here, because it's all going to go offline when we move through to the power NEC. God, I can't believe how long this is taking. Even with me playing at high speed. Okay, we've got a meal cycle right now. The only place that's not going to get fed is Sector 5. They need 4 more food.
Implement a new policy.
We will do that once we've got access to the waste.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay, food's a big problem. A really big problem. How are we doing for workers here? Let's get this back up and running. We can't... I don't think we can get the fire station up and running yet. No. As soon as I did that, that was an accident. I just wanted to check. I should have done the maths instead of checking it like that. Okay, everything looking okay here. We need 2 more circuits for that. Everything is fine here. We've got resources coming in. That's good. And we've got food being picked up here, which is fantastic. Yeah. And we are sitting at, how much power here? 5.2, which is enough for us to hit the amount that we needed. Okay, what have we run out of resources to mine? Anything. There's no resources at all to mine. I want to get out of this system. Silicon. Oh, there's iron right here. Iron and carbon. Perfect. Is there a hydrogen coming in? We actually have tons of hydrogen backed up. It's fine. Okay, we've got housing in Sector 5, but we're still a little bit over on housing. So we probably want to get another domestic quarter building just here. After the battery's been constructed. We're extra hours here because of the accident, but we're only 1, so it'll take a couple of seconds for this to restore itself back to full functionality. It's just food, which we're working on, but we're taking a long time to research the water treatment plant. I'm getting concerned about that. There's not much I can do about it, but we're bringing more people into the station, and we're not really handling their food requirements. And I can't fit any more farms into Sector 3 at the moment. There's nowhere to put them. But we do need more food, because we need to wake up another 600 people. We need to feed another 600 people. At the moment, we're not producing enough food to feed everybody. So, executive decision. We're going to build a docking bay in this sector for now. Or we might just import water. I think we'll just import water. So let's build a stockpile. That stockpile is just going to go here. That stockpile is going to hold ice. We're going to build a fusion station, which we're going to get rid of eventually. It's going to look ugly as hell. It's going to sit here. This is going to produce water in the sector so that our algae farm can start producing food. So what we need to do now is we need to make sure that we're overproducing ice so that we can supply two areas. So we need to make sure we've got a probe, which we don't have built yet, and they are building another probe, right? Probe just got built. We need to find an ice deposit to get this going. A small ice deposit here. That'll get us started. There it is there. We've got the alloys for this right now. We just need to get it built. Because people are going to start starving really soon because we're not producing enough food. Let's make this high priority and this high priority. I don't care about the housing right now. But what we need is we need more alloys and we need more circuits to be delivered. But we're producing both of those. Still extra hours. We still haven't woken up another worker. Oh, they're actually at the amount.
A probe has completed its scan.
Okay. As soon as this is built, we'll be able to start importing ice into the sector. And we hopefully won't need a lot of ice to start with. Okay, so this, we need... can I actually check... Oh, that's great. I can do that from there. Okay, so... Ice, Sector 5, and Sector 3 need to transfer ice. I want us to hold, say, 10 ice in both sectors. Just to make sure there's something in the stockpile.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Stop having accidents. Oh my god, so many accidents. Okay. So now building our fusion plant, our fusion station. Oh, there's a fire in Sector 3. Did I disable the fire station in Sector 3? I feel like I did. No, I didn't. But all of Sector 3 is on fire. Sector 3 has a high fire risk. Sector 5 is starving. Sector 2 is starving. Excellent. Sector 5 is very important to us at the moment. This is just, again, it's looking really bad again. We just can't pull ourselves out of these holes. I'm trying really hard to stem the leaks, but we're just not making it. I don't want to turn off cryonic either. We need these two circuits. I'm wondering if I just tell every other sector that they don't get a circuit. There aren't actually any. Oh, I know why. Hang on. We can free up a whole ton of them. Let's cancel the construction of these solar panels. That'll free up a whole ton of circuitry for us. And I can actually set all of these to hold one again. What happens if I lose on stream? I will be humiliated, basically. That's the outcome. I'll probably just revert back to my last save, but I don't know if the game is recoverable. Once you get into a failure cascade, for me, it kind of feels like GG, you know? I really want to get this back on. But I don't want to go for extra hours. Okay, here come the circuitry we need for the fusion station. And ice is being delivered as well, which is great. As soon as that's done, we can get the algae farm online. And that'll at least get this moving until we've got the waste treatment center available. How much power do we have here right now? This is coming up to 6.5 cycles. This is at 6.6. This is at 4.0. Sector 3. So if you get a fire in a battery, it takes all the power out of the battery. That's not good at all. That's actually really bad. Yeah, I know things are bad, Sector 5. I'm working on it, I swear. We need another battery to be delivered here. Another circuit to be delivered here. Are there any out there? There's 4 in Sector 1. Yeah, they're coming. They're coming. They're on their way. Okay, all we're waiting on is the circuit now. Or electronics, I think they're called. Electronics, not the circuit. Are we out of waste in this sector? We're really low on waste in this sector. We'll probably need to research the thing that makes our buildings produce waste. Come on, where's my electronics? I think this is it here. There's one being delivered there, which I don't really care about. Shit. I'm just going to leave this on extra hours. I don't want this fire station to be offline. Is this my circuit? I think this is my electronic here. Everything's very volatile at the moment. That's what I'm noticing. We're seesawing between hundreds of alerts and no alerts. Okay. Fusion station is under construction. Why did ice get taken away from here? Have they already loaded ice in? I don't think they have. And do I have a ship dedicated for ice pickup? You're a dedicated ice miner, and you're a dedicated ice. Okay. Sector 6. Where's the request? A group of recently awakened survivors from the Etamaki are receiving a cold welcome from the Tycoon crew. Those from the Protagoras have not forgotten how UN forces killed many of the crewmates. Send the crew members from the Etamaki for psychiatric treatment to ensure their docility. Any employee showing signs of animosity towards another employee will be sent to a care center for psychiatric rehabilitation. A little rivalry never hurt. Well, this is this is an awful choice. Anyone who shows any animosity for anyone will get psychiatric rehabilitation. That's probably going to come back and bite me, isn't it? Okay, let's get this built. There's more ice being delivered. Nope. He'd failed to deliver any ice. We now have no ice at all here, when we needed lots of ice. So that's great. A little rivalry never hurt. No, I'm not going to pick that option. I don't want people fighting when there was so much war. What's a little infighting among friends? We've got enough problems as it is. There's only one dog to go around the whole station. There's now 2,665 people patting one dog. It's a pretty big deal. Yeah, I don't want anyone to be nerve stapled, but that does sound like what is going to be happening to them. We need more ice to be delivered. Luckily, I don't think this is going to require a lot of water to start with. Okay, we're at extra hours here, so we do need some more workers to be delivered. So let's bring, say, 20 workers over from somewhere that has an excess. Actually, Sector 3 needs more workers as well. In fact, we don't really have an excess of workers anywhere at the moment. We're really tight on workers everywhere. You're okay, but you're right on the limit. Oh, that's bad. We're actually really tight on workers everywhere. Okay. Let's get some more mining available. Look at the, we're like ants. We're just stripping this whole section. Okay, sends them to the hospital. That's not too bad. So we need 5 workers to bring this online. We're currently... So we can actually bring this online, I think, without going to overwork. Yeah. And this will start producing water, and this will start producing food. And once we've got the waste center, we'll replace both of these with the waste center, and we'll start getting these houses to produce waste. The actual next thing I want to get is knee-high quarter protocol. While the waste recycling policy is in effect, quarters produce waste at a rate of 1 per 20 inhabitants over 15 cycles, which is actually quite nice. But it's going to take a little while still before the water treatment center is available. What's happening where, Neil? What are you looking at? So this on itself doesn't produce any food. The actual, it's the farms themselves that will produce the food. Once the alloys are delivered. We're going to have to build a drone facility here as well. I'm going to need another Dometic quarter here. Hospitals. I mean, the hospital when they get sent there, who knows? They're probably getting nerve stapled. It says psychiatric repatriation, so hopefully it's something positive. Shh. Okay, 500 people left. Hopefully this algae farm will just pick up the slack very quickly. Okay. Still okay for power. We're now producing 100.5% of our required food. If that's the case, what I would like to do is build another one of these plantations here. That will take us over our limit for now, and that's a good place to be. But we also have to be very aware. What's negative? Death of Earth, leaving home behind, discovering fate of Pythagoras, spending too long in the system, discouraging results following 2 planetary colonization tests, 5% of the sector starving. That will be dealt with now that you're producing food. So that's okay. Now that you're producing food, the starving will go. Yeah, you're now happy because people got to eat. Okay. We're finally pulling ourselves out of this rut. We're getting through the cryonic pods. We're getting towards ship-to-ship combat, indeed. Okay, that algae farm's already producing food. Fantastic. 500 popsicles to go at. So each algae farm produces 4.3 food per cycle with a harvest every 5 cycles. A farm produces 1.4 food per cycle every 10 cycles. So it's hugely more efficient. 4.3 per cycle compared to 1.3 per cycle. But the difference is the amount of water that is required, which basically necessitates the requirement of a water treatment plant compared to having a fusion station. That's the big difference. So when a home catches fire, everybody gets unhomed. No, they don't. I'm just going to let this housing get built before we build the next algae farm. We're getting a lot of injuries. A lot of accidents are happening. Is everywhere still optimal? Optimal. Okay, Sector 3 needs some more workers. That's actually pretty important. I don't think we need many. We need 6 more workers sent to Sector 3. So Sector 6, I need you to send, let's say, 5 workers over to Sector 3. This is the problem, isn't it? We're now pushing extra hours in a lot of places because we don't have the population to support all the workers we're working through. Oh my goodness, I can turn this off. That's good to know. Once this is at optimum workers, we're going to start moving workers over. Sector 5 is very unhappy. But the food is coming, I swear, guys. I just need enough workers to turn on this docking bay, and we can stop producing workers here and start moving the workers through to this sector. They're starving again, so they've gotten really unhappy. But we've got food being produced, so... The problem is we don't have enough water here. Water production isn't high enough. But we're at 78% on the cycle. This can turn into a waste facility, actually. Yeah, we're not producing enough water now. This requires a lot of water. But at least nobody's starving. There was a group defrosting research that you can cancel to collect extra waste. Yeah, I'm going to get that going as well. I've got one that makes the houses produce weight. That's my next one. Then once we've got that one done, we'll look at that one as well, mishaps. Good catch. We're probably going to stop producing food, actually, when this gets built. And we're at overwork. Great. Okay, we're going to have to move some people over from Sector 6 to Sector 5. I need 20 people. Damn. actually need to be careful here. This can be turned off for the moment. I don't want there to be any accidents. Okay, we may actually be able to feed everybody for the first time here. This requires 53 food, maybe not. There's a lot of people in the sector already, actually. Way more than I thought there was. We're at 84% on this. We're down to 400 cryopods to defrost. That's the main thing we're waiting on here. And this harvests every 4 cycles.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Sector 5 needs more housing.
Population transfer complete.
So we're optimal here, we're extra hours here, that's fine because they're going to produce more workers. Let's build another Dometic quarter here. We're going to need to start looking at building that extra solar panel I was looking at. That's going to become pretty important soon. I might actually queue that up so it just starts ticking over in the background. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Alright. That's all happening. The six circuits are going to be hard. People starved here again, unfortunately. But at least the starving ends when the food gets delivered. Sector 5 is also having problems with food. But we are now producing double the food here. Yeah, still not quite enough food coming through. And the ice is just managing to cover what we need to produce. 84% on the research, though. Michael, I just want to get out of this system, you know? I want this stream us to get out. I don't know if we're going to be able to. But I really hope we can. I never expected this game to get this difficult. The amount of narrow scrapes we've had here is really crazy, actually. Running out of water. It's getting very hot in the stream as well. I'm probably getting near my limit for how long I can stream for. Really wanted to get out of the system, though. We're almost at 300 pods to go. And at least we don't have anyone starving at the moment. So this is producing 18 food per cycle. Compared to this, which produces... Okay, no, it's actually... The farms are still out producing the algae farm, but then the algae farm is a lot smaller at the moment. Almost got that farm built. What are they bringing in? Oh, they're bringing ice in by hand. Okay, we're up to... We're almost at 1,700 cryopods. Got another meal cycle ticking off. We're not going to feed everybody. Oh, actually, a lot of food is being produced here. We might actually feed everybody. Yes, almost. I think we need 57 before the end of the meal cycle. 59. Okay, so Sector 5 is now feeding itself, pretty much. Which means the excess food can move out to other sectors. Okay, so we're starving in Sector 2 and Sector 6 now. Food is just not moving around fast enough. We are actually producing... Well, we're nowhere producing anywhere near enough food to feed everybody. Damn, I really need to get another farm here, but I don't know if we've got the water for it. It's just food again. Yes, I've got mushroom walls. I've got 2 mushroom walls here. And I've got mushroom walls, a mushroom wall here in Sector 3 as well. Not a lot of mushroom walls, but a lot of my waste is going to get transferred into water as soon as this research is finished. This is what we're waiting on. It's this research. Are we optimal here yet? Okay, we are optimal here. In that case, you need to send your workers to Sector 5. And you need to send your workers to Sector 5. Good, okay, they're both doing it. Because we need workers coming in here, because we're going to be reducing a lot of jobs here very soon. We're at 90% on the research. And then once that happens, we can massively increase our food production. Because we don't have the limitation on water that we currently have. Also, this being offline for waste will not be a problem because we'll be exporting waste from the building rather than purging it. Not good when we have drone bay issues. 90% on research. Probably 2 more, like another 10 cycles we'll have enough research done. I hope. 351 people starving in Sector 6. 0 crew starving in Sector 5, which is hilarious. 4 more alloys are needed to get another farm up and running. There they are. Okay, that's now under construction. So we just need to get this research done. It's so close. Okay, we actually need another mess hall in this sector. Because we can't feed everybody with what we have. Let's build it here like this. We definitely have a stockpile of alloys, which is good. Hydrogen's okay. We're out of silicon, which is a problem, actually. I don't want to be in this system anymore. All right, mishaps. Thanks for hanging around. I'm going to be ending pretty soon as well. Probably got 10 minutes left in the stream. Thanks for all your help and advice. Really appreciate it. I wanted to be done with this system this stream, and there's just so much work to do. We're at almost at 1,700. I'm going to get some people starved. Actually, I think everyone has been fed. Except Sector 5, which doesn't have enough room to feed everybody. That's the problem there. Okay, the other algae farm's now up and running. Now we're building the other mess hall so we can get people fed in Sector 5. One more research tick and we've got the waste center. We're currently producing enough food to feed everybody, but that will go away pretty soon. So we desperately need the water treatment center ASAP. Yeah, I'm going to do that, Neil. At that point, things will stop growing so quickly. All right, Sparrow. I'm going to be ending very soon, everybody. Don't worry, you won't miss anything. I'm not going to jump out this stream. We've only got 10 minutes left. I'm just going to try and fix things up.
Accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
I like how they try to balance the food between the 2 stations. Yeah, exactly, when missiles are coming in. No, that'll be next stream. The missiles will be next stream. We will be able to get there, which is good. All right, I need more housing in this sector now. How are things looking in Sector 1? We might need to cancel the construction of the solar panel. Yeah. We're just not producing any electronics right now. I need these electronics elsewhere. Okay, I think everyone's being fed, which is good. If I can get this water treatment center built this stream, that would be fantastic, and get the food situation dealt with. That's what I want to try and do. Well, the housing's under construction. We're at 96 research. Come on, that last percent. 633 people not being able to be fed in Sector 6 sucks. Water treatment center has been researched. Uses 50 waste per cycle to fill all water needs in a sector. Oh, it's teeny tiny. We can put it here. I'll put it here. I want you to put it near a stockpile, basically. Could put it here, and then we'll also build a stockpile for it across the way. 5 circuits it needs. Damn. Recycling is currently being used to produce circuits here, and also mushroom walls. So I'm currently using I've currently got a waste treatment center that's turning refuse into electronics, which I desperately need.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
How are we doing for food? 107%. We're still on top of food production, which is good. I'm going to set this... I can't set this to waste yet because we haven't got the policy. But as soon as this gets built, I'll set the policy. And then we can dismantle this once this is up and running. Okay. 7 crew members were injured. 5 crew were killed. Damn it, we're losing so much crew to deaths. We passed 100 crew deaths a little while ago, and I was like, what? So we're currently producing enough food to feed everybody. That's going to change pretty soon. Sector 6 still isn't getting the food delivered fast enough, though. These are high priority to be built. I don't think we're going to have enough circuits to build this just now. How long till you harvest? Pretty soon. I'm worried about water as well, because we're probably really tight on water. 3 circuits. I need 2 more. Electronics. They're not water circuits, they're electronics. Oh dear. I know it's not the most exciting end to the stream, but we will be in a really good position once it's done. We'll be able to move through, we'll take on the Piranesi and find out what on Earth is going on. Well, Earth's gone, but what on Dolus is going on, I guess. Just need 2 more circuits to come through. I really want to get this building built before the end of the stream if I can. Okay, Sector 6 is the only place that hasn't got enough food, but I think everyone is getting fed. No, Sector 6 still has people starving. Damn it. 1 more circuit needs to be delivered, and we've got it.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Okay, at this point, we can now set the waste recycling policy. And we can now set this to collect waste. Starvation is always exciting. Not for me, it's not. Oh, thank you very much for subscribing, Joe. Step away from Sonic Green. There doesn't seem to be an option for Sonic Green, which is nice. Okay, there's the last one. Okay, the water treatment center is now under construction. This is a big moment. A big moment for us. Once this gets built, we can start mass producing food in this sector.
Crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
I did not see that coming.
Powers
This requires 100 power. 100 power. No one told me it needed 100 power. I think that's where we're going to end for today. I need to sit back and work. Oh, I thought we'd fixed our problems. It needs 100 power. I need more nuclear power plants. How much do these produce? 75 power. I need 2 nuclear power plants, and I need that solar panel array built. Oh, that's for next time. Thank you. This only needs 10 power, Terrence. It's 10% of what this needs. I need to find a lot of power. thank you everybody for watching. I need to take a break. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. I've really enjoyed playing today. I'm sad we didn't get out of the system, but we will next week. That is the game saved. I'm going to go and chill. I hope you've had a great time. I'm going to do that, Terrence. I'm going to round up to another power plant, but I just can't face that right now. I've had enough. Have a great weekend. Happy World Pride Day, everybody. And I'll catch you in the next stream or the next video. I'm hoping to have another Nebulous video out this weekend, so you can check that out. Also, Joe, thank you very much for the sub. Sorry